Yo, DJ Reem, welcome to the stream, man.
Wagwan.
Yo, you said something the other day that I've been thinking about. Like, it gave me goosebumps.
Let me guess, Audio Max.
Audio Max. Tonight, you're gonna have to start from the beginning and take us to this. We need to know the story. We need to know the full story, right, Ted? We need to know the full story.
All right.
And go. Oh, let me give the show rules first. I'm excited. I'm too excited. Let me get the show rules first. When you say something dope, that's a bar, we give you the horn. See, the horn's not even. Now, sometimes you might get the horn in the middle of the sentence. So you might have to wait till the horn's done and then keep on
get the rest.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully we don't throw you off.
All right. That's our word, man. I'm ready.
What's going on, Teddy?
What's up, man? What's up?
What are you doing?
Posting up the link right now, so make sure people see it.
Oh, let's go. Anil, what's going on with you, Papa? Always Anil.
Not much, man. Just hanging in there.
This is
always audio problems.
There's always audio problems. You're a man that went to MIT, the most technically advanced school in the country, and you can't operate a computer. That's just crazy to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
You ticking around at the beginning really caused everything to be awry, man. It's really your fault. You take this self blame, man.
I know, but look at you. You're like pixelated, like stuck in the Matrix.
It could be your bandwidth, man. You know, it's on your side. I got Verizon. My shit should be crisp. HDMI level.
I don't think so, man.
We've got to get details correct for the Sumfest, man. It's gonna be big.
Oh, wait a second. You have been saying that this Sumfest is a waste of time. They're beating a dead horse. Who wants to see Cartel and Movado? Now, as we get closer, you're like, this is going to be the best event ever. Like, what is it?
It's so concise and such a small lineup. That everyone has a powerful punch. Even the lesser acts opening up the night. It's not going to be no rubbish in the beginning. Like, you know, I expect like a bigger venue. I've been to Plantation Cove before for Queen Africa's thing, and Tony Rebel Salute, right? But you just make sure that you get there kind of early because it's going to be serious. It's going to be a roadblock going into the venue.
What was the mind change? Like, we're not even here to talk about Sumfest, but what is the mind change? What changed your mind?
Vibes Cartel, his demeanor in the last few ways he's been posting.
Teddy, this is why you don't
very
Trinidad involved in dancehall, because the man is wishy-washy. It's up and down. You know, we're going straight to DJ Reem. I'm done. I'm finished with you, Anita. Mr. Remix King, please give us your life story uninterrupted. Go.
All right, so basically, my name is DJ Reem, for those who don't know, that's just watching. DJ Reem representing a sound called Champion Squad. Started out when I was really young. From I was about 4 or 5, I was pretty much messing around with the turntables. And when I say turntables, I don't mean Serato player nor CD player. I mean turntables with record, 45 LP, dub plates, whatever. When I was about 4, and started playing in parties, like little house party, community parties and stuff like that here in South Florida, at the age of 7. So I got my first event at 7. The second event I went to, unfortunately, they shot it up. It was a yeah. So it was an event in this place called Melrose Community Center, and they shot it up while I was there. I was 7. I remember I couldn't go nowhere because my mom banned me from going out. I wasn't really supposed to be there anyway because where alcohol served, kids are not supposed to be. But I was an attraction at that time, so people came out to watch me play. Um, I learned the whole thing from my uncle. My uncle, his name is Al, and my brother T Bone. Um, and that's who I watched growing up. I wanted to be like them. So I came and you know learn how to mix, learn how to do certain things, and I was just this kid playing music. So fast forward a little bit, I used to work in this record shop. I used to be in this record shop. It's called Rainbow Records here in South Florida. It's a foundation record store. It's still here till this day. They still have records in the shop. They still have any record you're looking for, you can find it there. Rainbow Records, Rainbow Variety Store. Um, big up Father Desmond. Anyway, I used to be in that record store, and I used to be standing up on the crates, basically selling the records. Right. So when I was about 9, this guy named Mikey Mike, he's a radio broadcaster. He was a radio broadcaster. He owns his own radio station now here in South Florida. Right. So Mikey Mike came into the record store, saw me standing up on the crate playing. He was like, "Yo, youth, how you do? You really can mix." And I was like, so I said, "Yeah." So he was amazed by me mixing. So he give me two different rhythms. And say, "All right, you can mix rhythms, but let me see if you can mix two different rhythms together." So when I mixed two different rhythms them together, he was like, "Yo, I never see this yet," and blah blah blah. And he was making a big deal about it. So he said to me, he was like, "Yo, go get your mother up on the phone. I want to talk to your mother." Mind you, me and my brother was there, me and my older brother, because my brother is like 11 years older than me. So me and him was there at the record store. And normally he would buy the records and stuff like that. And I would be there making mixtapes or whatever in the garage. So him said, "No, man, I have to meet your mother and make sure, say, you think I have to get you up on the radio." So I called my mom. My mom was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." She wasn't really paying no mind because, anybody can say anything. So he literally asked me, "Yo, where you live?" And he took me and my brother home, and he introduced himself to my mom. And he was like, "Yo, I have to get him on the radio, mommy. Him bad, blah 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 blah, and this and that or whatever." So I was just about to turn 10, and by the time I turned 10, he got me on the radio. So it started out as a kids program where there was like kids talk, like a kids talk show, and I would play the music. The first day I went on there, the kids them said, "No man, just give him the show. They don't even want to be a part of it no more because I stole the whole show." And then they gave me my own show with a host because I wasn't talking at the time. And then I did radio from 10 years old up until 22. So I have experience in radio, and I went to broadcasting school and all that type of stuff. So I started doing the remix mixtapes around age 11. And them time there, dancehallreggae.com was a thing. Bobby Shakes, you know, legendary Bobby Shakes, he was one of the internet kings. And yeah, man, dancehallreggae.com, I used to put on the forum. I used to put my mixtape links on the forum. I didn't even know that I was marketing myself. I just was doing it just to do it, just without knowing what I'm doing. I just wanted to be annoying and get myself out there. So um started putting out the mixtapes, and I was into the remix thing because I used to do the live remixes on the turntable, and I used to have a 8-channel mixing board, like a Roland mixing board. The one that you can record and play
Right.
back, and they have the chat. Yeah, so I used to have one of those, and I used to make the remixes in them and try like do different samples and different loops and thing like that until um I got this program called Acid Pro, and I was on MSN Messenger. right? And Yahoo Messenger. I know you remember them days.
Wait a second. You got to explain Messenger to these people, to these young kids.
Yeah,
Just
man.
explain it real quick.
Yahoo and MSN Messenger and them thing. That's where like that was like our little glory with the sound man them and the you would see like a Polish doing Polish before Polish was Polish. You know, you see Polish in there. You see Kingpin from Addies. You see
Oh
different
my
different
God.
people. Dynamic. All of us was in that Yahoo room too. You know, and all of us was there. But I was a kid at the time. Nobody even knew that I was a kid at that time because I flex like big man on the internet. But so we all were in those chats and stuff like that, and I would share my links and share my mixtape and stuff like that. So this youth named Motion now, he used to play a song called Flavor Sound in Jamaica from Moby, and me and him was linking on MSN Messenger, and he said, "Yo, you're bad, but you can do it on the computer." And I was like, "Yeah." So he said, Acid Pro," and he taught me the basics of Acid Pro. So when he did that, that's when I started to level up with the remix them, and I started to do the mixtapes and stuff like that. So when I used to put them out now, Audio Max, this is how Audio Max coming now. So I used to put them on DHR. When I put the link on DHR, Audio Max would come and say, "Yo," Audio Max say, "Yo, this mixtape bad." He put it on the website, and I guess it was selling. So he said to me, say, "Yo, how about I pay you? Don't put out no more mixtapes on DHR or nowhere. I'll just pay you to give me the mixtapes exclusive." So I said, "Okay, no problem." So he was giving me like $600 every time I make a mixtape. So you know who I make a mixtape every week. So I had to ask my mom for her Western Union information, and she said to me, she's like, "What you want me Western Union information for?" And, you know, thinking what's really going on. So when she starts seeing money come in, she's like, "But hold on, yeah, make money from this man," and that was it. I started making mixtapes like almost every week, if not every week, every 2 weeks. And I would have a remix mixtape or whatever. We used to do the acapella trading. You can ask Polish, me, Polish, all the way. We used to trade acapellas and them stuff there to make remixes. So I grew up in that element or whatever. And the only sounds that was doing remix on that level at that time was Black China. And of course Renaissance.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, so it was just Black China Renaissance. And then when I started doing it, now people started to compare me with Black China. So that's how I end up busting because people are say, "Yo, them champion squad youth are bad." And backtrack after big up the original members of Champion Squad, Aston Villa, T-Bone, Dre Hype. Um, we started this whole movement together. So like a big up them. But yeah, so prior to the whole you know, the whole Audiomax thing, I was just learning the the remix thing, and then I kind of perfected it while I was still learning it throughout the whole Audiomax time. So so I started to get popular with the mixes and stuff like that. So there go the comparison on with the Black China thing. So anyway, when um when I started to get compared to Black China, we had a event. Somebody kept an event here, right? And they wanted us and Black China. And you know, at that time, everything was competitive. So me build a remix and thing at this Black China prepare for them wicked. Play it, um, play it in the dance and whatever, get a nice forward and thing like that. But Black China didn't play back. They played before us and they didn't play back. So it was never like it was like an unanswered thing, right?
right.
So Dupes who got into Super Dupes was upset at that time and whatever. And um
What was Super
but
Dukes doing there?
hmm?
What was Super Dukes doing there?
No, it was a dance with Black China and Champion Squad. Yeah,
Okay.
somebody kept a dance with Black China and Champion Squad. So what happened is we end up saying we're gonna attack them because you know at that time it's competition, clash thing are going on and this and that. So we
Dancehall,
want the
yeah.
break, we want the break, we want the bus. So we say, "Oh, we're gonna attack Black China." Black China was on top of the world at that time. So we end up attacking them, get a nice forward, but they never came back into answer. So you know, in a them type of settings, there's like, all right, where them little boy you go? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that all of those were a learning experience as well too. So like you know, you learn say enough of yourself. Take your time. You understand? So um as the things start to take off more and more, Um, I was at that time with the Black Chinese dance. I was about 16, right? Cape here, right in South Florida, at a place called Porter's Place. I was about 16. So by the time I reached 17 now, them time the MySpace was running the place.
Could you
Um,
explain to the younger users what MySpace is?
all right, so MySpace is what Instagram is now, and TikTok and all that type of shit. That's like the first. No, we had High Five first, right? And then it was MySpace.
Black Planet.
Black Planet, that's what it was. Black Planet,
Yes.
MySpace, and then High Five. All right. So Black Planet and then MySpace. So MySpace was like Facebook then. MySpace is exactly like Facebook because
Yeah,
it used
yeah,
to have
yeah,
that interaction like Facebook. All right.
yeah.
So um yeah, so MySpace now. We're on MySpace and I was doing promotion on MySpace. So I used to I found out a way how to blast to do like you have like email blasts. So I had a
Yeah.
MySpace blaster. So I figured out how to do that, and I would blast everybody that was on my thing in their inbox and my mixtape links and whatever. So at that time, no, I started to
Hold
put
on
out
a
live
second.
audios.
Hold on.
Hmm?
What is a MySpace blaster? What is that?
It was like this automated thing where you could like it's like how AI is now, but back
Yeah.
then it was the same thing. Like you had this thing where you could just automatically send out links and it goes to your whole contact.
What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You don't even know about that. My MySpace blog, they had one for Facebook too. But they stopped it like after a
Michael
few
used to
times they
piss
stopped it. Yeah, man.
Paul Michael used to piss everyone off on MySpace.
Yeah, man. You remember that, right, Ted?
He used to blast and
Yeah,
blast.
man. Blaster, man. Yeah, man. So it was a MySpace blaster. So I used to use that. And then no, randomly this guy from Japan hit me up. His name is Naki. He played a song called Raw Quality in Tokyo. So when Naki linked me, Naki was like, yo, we need champion squad in Japan. So me thinks it was a prank or a joke, something, because I'm like, who the fuck I know about Japan? Like, why who wants me in Japan? Like, So um we ended up we ended up like I ended up saying, all right, cool. Let me see where this goes. So he's like, oh yeah, how much are you charging? So at that time I didn't know what to charge. I didn't know because this is my first experience with an international thing. So um me and Bobby Chin from Black Chinese was cool at that time, right? And I linked Bobby Chin and I said to Bobby, I said, Bobby, um, these people from Japan, raw quality. Him say, yeah, man, them good, them into the remix thing too. And them good and thing like that and whatever. Him say, Wagwan. So I say, yo, them want me to come to Japan. So I said, so him say, so I say, yeah, well, how much to charge? And he was like, tell him a grand. Tell him say you want a grand each date. So me I look upon him like, yo, me can't get that much. Cause remember, I'm like 17. I don't know no, no better. So I'm like, yo, you can't get that much. And he was like, yeah, man. Tell him say you want a grand a date and whatever. So I told him, total they wanted 2 dates. It was one in Tokyo, one in Nagoya. So I tell him, say, all right, 2 grand for the 2 dates. And two plane tickets, whatever, blah, 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 accommodation, XYZ. So he said, all right, cool. He said, let me send you a deposit. So he asked for Western Union info. 17, can't pick up Western Union. So I said to my mom, I tell my mom, say, I'm going to Japan. She said, which Japan you go? You're not going away. So
This is crazy.
um yeah, because like that sounds
This is
crazy.
crazy.
Japan. Like, yeah.
This is good. So how did I know you want to go? How did you even figure out? I know somebody told you how to get paid, but how do you figure out plane ticket, food at 17?
No,
Like,
man, Bobby same way. Bobby same way. But I mean, I was going places still. Like I wasn't like we went to Bahamas 2 time. We went to Bahamas, this place called in this island named Abaco in Bahamas. We went there 2 time back in those times. This club called Solid Gold. That was like our first
okay,
thing. So we kind of had a feel of like the traveling a little bit, but it wasn't like not on that level. You know what I mean? So we didn't know the plane ticket and but like Bobby still put me on game and said, yo, I just forgot and we still had to do that. So when my mom saw the Western Union come in, the Western Union a grand, the Western Union half of it. So my mom was like, yo, this is for real. Like you really got Japan or whatever. And um at that time my mom wasn't all that well either. So she was battling a sickness or whatever, and she wasn't really well. So like when I went to Japan, I would never forget. It was Easter weekend, April 16th. I would never forget that day. Right? Went to Japan and like I bought a phone. My mom gave me a phone from AT&T, and the phone didn't work. They told us that it would work in Japan and blah blah blah. It didn't work. So my mom didn't hear from me for days. She was
Jesus.
so sick because she thought that like they kidnapped me. And then I eventually called her. She was like crying and she was like, "Oh, you're
Oh
all
my
right," blah
God.
blah 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 blah. And I just woke up, so I called her. And I just woke up because I just got access to like call her. And it was like when I came back, she was like worried and blah 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 and this and that and that. So that same year, I turned 18 and I got a call. I got a next MySpace to go to Italy and Italy and Amsterdam. So that was my second trip when I was 18, and that in that same year.
I could
So
imagine what your mom is thinking. Like,
mhm,
I sent my son to Japan
right,
and they killed him.
yeah, that's basically what was on her mind because she didn't hear from me for days, and she was worried, and she was already sick, so it took a toll on her. So she kind of you know. So when I came back and she saw that I came back and I was in good standing or whatever, and you have to remember, there was incidents where like gunshot busting a dance and them things. So you have to understand that when I was young, from I was a kid. So you have to remember, so them thing that kind of like play upon our mind too.
My God. Yeah, because
Mhm.
like Hannah Butter Babe said, we used to have the calling card. Remember the calling card? You have to go down to the gas station and scratch out
Yeah, 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 yeah. The
with a
phone card, them. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
phone
yeah,
card.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yo, I could imagine your mom. That
yeah.
is so
Yeah, she
after
was
that,
worried
what
sick.
happened?
So yeah, so when I did the Italy thing now, so oh by the way, I went with a selector to a MC to Japan the first time, and when we came back, we part ways because he was too hype and I just couldn't deal with it. So we part ways, but at that time I wasn't MCing, so I had to learn. Like after that experience, I learned how to MC. Like I literally forced myself to MC because I always was that kid that was just. I'm still like that. I'm kind of like not really. I'm socially awkward. Put it that way, right? So
Okay.
my MCing, I wasn't like the person to go in front of a crowd to a talk and all that type of shit. So I had to kind of learn. I had to develop that skill. I could do it. Like I knew what to do, but I just had to develop the skill. So at that point, I was like, Leo, let me just start talking for myself and whatever and blah blah blah. So then my brother T-Bone, he could mix, right? So I said, all right, I'm gonna start bringing my brother with me because my brother is older. Now my mom feel more comfortable because my brother's coming with me. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
Because even though I'm 18, I still are a baby.
You're a
So
baby. You're a baby up until you're
right,
25.
right.
Even when you're 50, your mom's
So
still gonna look at you like you're
true
6.
thing,
So
true
yeah,
thing, true
you
thing. Yeah. So when my brother now started coming with me to some of these events now. We went to Italy, we went to Amsterdam. Um that was all in 2006, 2007. Went to Italy, we went to Amsterdam that year. And then after that, no, we started going to the Bermuda, Antigua, different places. Like it was just crazy. Like it was crazy how fast everything was moving. And locally, locally I had nothing. Literally. Like everything was just international at one point.
you said that you were socially awkward. How did you get over that? And what could you tell to young kids now that's gonna watch us and be like, yo, we gotta because I
To be honest, I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I don't think I've ever gotten over it because I still
really
to this day, it's like when I perform. I know how to turn that off. Like I don't know if you realize it, but like when I'm talking to you now, it's like not like when I'm on the microphone. Like I know how to turn
right.
that off and turn that on. Like the hype thing, you know, if I turn it off and turn it. You know, most MCs, most selected them hype on them, ready to carry on, and that's their persona the whole time. That's not me. I have to turn it off. Like if
Wow.
I'm not in that element, I have to turn it off. So I kind of have my mind wired to, okay, this is work. This is what you have to do for work. When you come off of work, Go back to yourself. So you will see me standing on one corner and just ease off instead of socializing more, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's my way of coping with it. Like I would turn it. I know how to turn it off and on. How I developed that skill, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I can't really tell you how, but it's just something that I learned how to do quickly as that at that too.
You know what's really crazy? And for you, so we would go in these chat rooms. And this is for the people that doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. You would go into a chat room. So basically, it's like everybody's talking. Sometimes it could be 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 people just talking in the room.
Right.
And you're talking, and you developed a friendship with people you had no idea who they were.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like now when you're playing Madden online. Because
Right. Same thing.
There's a lot of people that have best friends on Madden they've never met, and they go to meet. But y'all got to understand that this was craziness. Like for a parent, even for us, to talk on a computer with people across the world, and
you don't know who the hell is who.
It's far-fetched. It really is.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And you remember that?
Absolutely, man. Those were the days.
So what happened after that? Oh, go ahead, Anil. Sorry.
No, it's just like it takes us back down yesteryear, and congrats on your travels throughout the world. What's going on in 26? Where can we see you at? Are you coming to New York anytime soon? Or are you going to go to Europe? What's the future?
Hold on a second. We're not gonna get there yet. I want the whole story because Reem's story is crazy. Go ahead.
Come did your mother like beat you when you got back from Tokyo?
Nah. Nah. She was just happy for me to come back. And then after that, it was just like, yo, me a big man at that point still. So can't really tell me, yo, I can't go here, I can't go there. So, and it was never that restriction. My mom used to support. My mom is one of my biggest supporters as far as growing up and growing into this industry. My mom supported me. Like when she realized that I was taking it serious, and I'm talking about like from 8, 9, she realized that, okay, this is something that he wants to do. So she started like, I would like literally, she would give me like money here and there, and I would just save it up and just buy 45s. So I would just buy my 45s, contribute to the song. That's what I would do. So from them time there, she knew what I was doing. So it's one of those situations with my mom.
At what age did you officially form this sound? Because there's sometimes where you're just a bunch
of
folks running around. But when did you?
So the sound was formed a little before I started to really even come around like that. So the sound was formed by Austin Villa and my brother T-Bone. So Austin Villa is really the founding member of Champion Squad, but it was called Champion High Power back in the days. It was called Champion High Power, right? So it was Aston Villa, and Aston Villa is like my brother's best friend. So that's how everything kind of got into play, and then we drop off the high power because that's a old time something.
Yeah,
back in like the 80s, 90s, everybody was a high power. So
high power,
hi-fi, high power, that type of shit. Yeah. So it's like we drop off the high power, and this youth that was on the sound named Ratchet, he said, yo, this high power thing, brother, we're not on a squad. What you say? We're a squad because we used to, bro. When I tell you we used to roll out deep with like no homo, we used to roll deep with when it comes to like a bunch of us. So that's why the squad came in. So it was like always like a crew of us just rolling out. People that played the sound, people that didn't play the sound, people that just wanted to be around the sound. And we had our own sound system too. So it's not like we just was a bunch of DJs that's going to go play. We had a sound system. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we were in that type of way. So that's how the whole Champion Squad thing came about. So it's not until I started to do the mixtapes now that's when the popularity became. We used to go, matter of fact, so there's a mall here, like a little, it's not a big mall. It's where all the Caribbean people here hang out. I don't know if you ever heard about Lauderhill, but Lauderhill is where the most Jamaicans lived in Florida, right? Now it's like Miramar and places like those. But Lauderhill was, back in those times, Lauderhill was the place for Jamaicans. So there's a mall called Lauderhill Mall, and I used to stand outside and sell CDs outside of Lauderhill Mall. People used to buy them for $10 a pop. And I'm talking about selling hundreds of CDs outside of Lauderhill Mall. So
Jesus.
that was a hustle basically back then. And then we started going to the flea markets, selling CDs in the flea markets, all kind of shit. So it was yeah.
After we talk, I came up with this thing in my head that when we talk about the backbone of dancehall,
Mm-hmm.
could you explain the impact of Audio Max in dancehall?
Yo, Audio Max was a blessing and a curse, but I feel like it was more of a blessing. And the reason why I say this is because we're still facing this challenge today where bootlegging is one of the number one resources of our culture. Our people no buy music, no matter what you want to say. Our people is the only people, and I say this with anger as well because this is bullshit. Our people is the only people that would go buy Beyonce ticket before them buy a Shensia or a Spice ticket, and that's real talk. That's real talk. Our people will buy Usher and Chris Brown ticket before them go support them local dancehall artists where come from where them come from.
I saw something online where they said Jamaica doesn't have a culture. Jamaicans don't have a
No,
culture, but the
no, we
Rastas
don't.
have a culture. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it 100% because when you go to Jamaica, I remember back in like 2010, 2009, 2010, 2011, coming up to like 20 Jamaica's just now getting back to the roots because bro, for a while pop was running Jamaica. Pop music. Justin Bieber and the Taylor Swifts and all that shit was running Jamaica more than the own music. And then outside of Jamaica, nobody wanted to hear that shit. They wanted to hear dancehall.
You're not lying because I remember we did a party, I think in 2011 or 2010 at Carmo. We used to do Fire Fridays, and Richie was playing that night. And I remember he went into a whole pop music set, and I was, and in my head, I'm like, because I don't listen to
Yeah,
that,
man.
I was
Hmm.
like, what the hell is what's going on? And then the
Jamaica really switched up.
entire crowd went wild and sang along to every song, and I'm like, what is going on? Like I didn't even know how to process it in my brain.
And I'm gonna tell you this as a world traveler, right? That's one of the killers that killed the music for the world. Because when dancehall started to change up the sound and started to go into the pop sound, started to go into these trap sounds and start to go into these things, the rest of the world didn't like it because we don't want to hear dancehall do that. We are here Justin Bieber do this already. We don't want to hear um I don't know, call any artist, any one of them artists back then. We don't want to hear Beanie Man singing a pop, like singing like him there, sing pop. No, I mean, no offense to Beanie Man, just saying, just calling
Yeah,
a name.
yeah.
Right. We just go,
But
yeah.
No, you know what started? It was Delilah.
But
That
what
was
about Sanchez? His whole catalog was just like
nah, but that's
cover
different. It's still
tunes,
he's
you
still
know?
doing it over a one drop beat.
yeah.
It's not about the song or the lyrics. It's the beat. The beat is the producer is the problem. The art the artist is basically forced to do these music because the producers are producing this, and then this new generation of producers, everything is unorthodox right now. No, there's nothing that's formulated where all right, this might sound messed up, but we need back gatekeeping, brother. We need back
Wow.
where nah, this is real talk. We need back a situation where, yo, the boy that can't come through the gate, you know, cause him can't sing him off key. We need that back. Because until we have that back, music is not gonna get better. Because now it's a free form. Now everybody can do it. Now everybody look on WYFL. Look how that rhythm just was so big, and then nobody don't care to hear it no more. Because and that rhythm is a great rhythm. No offense to DJ Mac and Crush Dummy, but at the end of the day, it got burnt out because everybody wanted to jump on it, and it was all mediocre shit. 3 songs on the rhythm top is what we can play, and everything else. But it got so burnt out because it's a free form now, and everybody's doing these rhythm challenges and all these things, and it's not. To me, it's killing it. It's
Oversaturate the market,
it's
yeah,
oversaturating, but it was
with
good
mediocre acts.
because it brought back it did good and it did bad. It brought back dancehall to a part because that rhythm is dancehall. The WYFL rhythm is dancehall. And I could say dancehall started back in this generation now with what's the rhythm with the Valiant Motto? Big Bounce. With
Right.
that rhythm, that's when dancehall started back into the thing and kind of got away from the trap sound. But it's still trap, but it's still dancehall because the base of it is dancehall with a little trap in it, which was cool. So now you see everything take time coming back. So WYFL, what it did now, it brought back dancehall upon a level because now everybody jumped on it. Everybody wanted to be a part of it. Um, Only thing was, it was an overkill because everybody could be a part of it. So even down to the man went down the street where he can't sing for save him life, he's gonna jump on it. So those are the little things that kind of mash up dancehall a little bit. I'm not saying WYFL, but I'm saying like in general with the changing of the sound, um, and not keeping our original format because it doesn't have to sound the same. Everything doesn't have to sound the same, but at least keep the original format to where we're coming from. You understand? Yes, everything evolves, but I feel like evolving have rules as well.
That's why I see there was a lot of hate on the Hill and Gully because he didn't want to let everyone on it. But there was a reason he didn't want to
Yeah,
let
but there's a
everyone.
reason for that. That's the reason why it's lasting.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's the reason why
You
it's
you, you
lasting
don't
now.
want to rinse out the rhythm by putting
No,
mediocrity. And
no.
once the rhythm goes far, and they have all these like, top three, but everything else after that was like whack, they won't use it again because it'll lose its lackluster.
Yeah, man. That's basically what happened.
All right. So after that, now what was the next step? So
All right,
champion,
where we left off at.
champion squad is built.
Right.
You're
All
probably
right. So
1920. Where do we go now?
all right. So um after that, now I kind of got a confidence to kind of start doing it on my own as far as like, just traveling by myself, doing things by myself. My brother got busy with work. My brother got busy. Austin, he was busy. Me and Austin went a couple places as well too. So Austin got busy now and um started to become really in demand. And I'm talking about like everywhere. Antigua, Bermuda, Bahamas. Um, I don't know what any island that I didn't get to go to yet. I didn't know Europe. So I used to do a Europe tour every year up until 2016. So from 2007 to 2016, I was touring Europe, and I mean Austria, Italy, Amsterdam, the UK. Um, where else? There's so much in Finland, um, Poland.
Finland. How was the vibe in Finland?
Yo, I kid you not, Finland surprised me out of everything. I've been to Finland twice, and that surprised me out of everything. So Finland, they have a big dancing culture. Like there's dancers there, like dancehall dancers there, like real
In
good, like
Finland?
real. Yes, man, in Finland. Swear to you, there's a video on YouTube. There's a video on YouTube with me in Finland, and you can see the dancers dancing.
What?
Just type in
You,
Champion Squad Finland. And I don't even have access to that YouTube page anymore.
My God.
Yeah.
someone
Squeeze.
sent me
That was 2011, I think. 2011. I did that. I did Finland. Yeah, man.
someone sent me a link the other day, and they're like, "Hey, do you know these people?" And I'm like, "Nah." And it was like all Greek dance hall crews. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
good.
"What?"
Yo,
And I'm
Europe is
like,
big with dancehall.
"Yeah." It's like,
And
whoa.
that's the point I made. Like that's why I said with our culture, with our dancehall culture, the world is taking it and Jamaica's ignoring it.
Yep. Because I remember being in Wedding Wednesdays, and there was two crews in there, all Japanese, all
Yeah, man.
Japanese
No,
girls.
Japan is way ahead with the
Yeah,
dancing, and
awesome.
the Japan is awesome. Japan is crazy when it comes to dancing. The selectors, yo, let me tell you something. You see the selectors in Japan. The selectors in Japan can out juggle most top sound systems. Now I ask you, selectors in Japan, wicked,
Why is that? Why do you
wicked.
think that is? What
They
is
all right. Japanese and I think Asians just perfect. They perfect most things. Like not just out, just everything. You got to remember, they're ahead of us with technology. They're ahead of us with a lot of things. So when they catch something, they really catch something. When it comes to dancing, we don't know nobody we can outbeat a Japanese dancer.
I don't know if you
really?
guys can see it, but this is a flyer for my first big event ever That's my first big show ever. June 24th, 2008. That's my first big show. And that's Mighty Crown. I got him in from
Mighty Crown.
Japan.
Yeah, man.
Yep, that's the first big show I ever did. First big one. I lost a shit ton of money, but it
Yeah,
was a
man.
wicked show.
So let me even give you my history with Japan now. So after the first, so when I went to Japan, let me say this first, because I'm not afraid to say nothing. Like I'm very open when it comes to, like, if I flop, if I'm going good, if whatever, I'm very honest with that type of shit. So when I went to Japan the first time, didn't know one thing I was doing. Right? The MC that I brought, this man, all right, so we there, we line up, are ready for play. See me? Huh? Microphone in the man, no music, dead ear. So I tap him like, yo, say something. The man say, yo. Me just press play. That was it. It was like he froze. So before that, no, prior to that, I'm hearing these Japanese sounds playing, not but dub plate. And them are go on and them are blah, 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 blah. Champion squad. Blah, 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 blah. So and you just hear tuna drop. You hear my name I call and then tuna drop. So it's like them are this way. So it's like them one clash. Didn't know, wasn't equipped, wasn't prepared for none of that type of stuff. We had a handful of dubs at that time. We had like couple plates and stuff like that, but we never have much. So we had a handful of dubs at the time, and we never wasn't prepared for nothing like that because I didn't. That was our first time there. That was our first time on any experience like that, and it was like probably maybe like 1,500 people in front of us. So that was our first experience with a big crowd in a foreign country, right? So we flopped. I would say we flopped. I would definitely say we flopped that night. And I didn't go back to Japan until 2011. So from 2007 to 2011. So big up Captain C. Captain C used to play Mighty Crown. So that's why I even remember this whole thing. So Captain C used to play Mighty Crown. Captain C sent for us to do a tour. He said, yo, I want to work with you. Ray. Um, and that was 2011. Yeah. So Captain C, big up Captain C, and then we did the tour with Captain C, and I did eight shows in that 8 different cities in that tour. So I did an eight city tour, and then Captain C brought us back again 2014. This guy named Francis, DJ Francis, Y2K Sounds. He played a song called Y2K Sound, but he had the Japan branch in Okinawa. He was like, yo, I want to bring you for a party in Okinawa, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to hit up Captain C so he can organize a tour. And he basically orchestrated all of that with Captain C. So that was the third time I went there. And that was 8 dates again, 8 shows again. And I got to experience different cities during those times. So it was like really good with the experience. So in total, now at this point, I've been to Japan 6 times.
What do you think caused you to freeze when you're in Japan? Culture, language, strange
Everything.
place, or you were just
Everything.
you're too
Anxiety, everything.
young?
It was everything.
Wow.
It was just like you got thrown in a fire and you don't know what to do. You don't know if to come out of it. So that's what it was. You never know whether you have to stop, drop, and roll or get up and stand up and just run around. You don't know what to do. So that's what it was. That's basically what it was. It was just you get thrown in a fire. You're like looking at these people, and these people, they don't speak your language. You don't know what to do. So after a while now, me doing the Italy stuff and the Germany and the Amsterdam and these places that don't speak English, I realized that they go off of vibes. They go off of your energy. So you as an MC, your body language have to do you have to be moving around. You have to be saying certain things on the microphone. You have to be hyping them up. They probably don't understand what you're saying, but they're moving along with you. So your energy have a match for them energy, basically. So that's what I learned over time. So when I went back to Japan now, I use that same method. But then now Japan, they understand. It's crazy. They don't understand English, but they understand patois.
Right. That
Yeah, them
blows my mind.
understand
I don't
patois
understand that.
to a different level. They understand everything we are saying in a song. They understand the meaning of the songs, but they don't understand English most of the time.
Yeah, I experienced that over in Switzerland, and it
Yeah,
was
man.
weird. It was weird.
Yeah,
So you did 2 dates in Japan. Did the first one flop?
the first one flopped. When I went to that was in Tokyo. That was at Club Asia in Tokyo, and then I went to Nagoya now, and I kind of got a little bit of an experience because of the first date. So I'm a
Right.
I'm a fast learner. So when I learn like, yo, all right, cool. So this is how the man them play over here. You have to kind of know what you're doing with this. They like dub plates. So the little handful of dub plate I have, I start wheel them off. And that was getting the forward in Nagoya now. Nagoya is more of like it's a smaller town. It's not big like Tokyo. So it was a little bit easier to play because it wasn't as much people. You know what I mean? They
Okay.
had maybe like 200-300 people in a small venue. So it was a little bit better as far as the vibes wise, because it was easier to manage. And then no, we did our thing there and it was cool.
All right. After that, where else? Where do we go? Where do we go?
All right, so the Europe tours, Japan tours, the Caribbean. So about 2010 started going like the Caribbean was 2010, Cayman Islands, Virgin Islands, um, Antigua, Bermuda. Again, like Bermuda was like one of my stomping grounds. Belize started to come in the picture. Started to go to Belize in 2008, and they used to bring me like literally Belize and Bermuda. Bermuda used to bring me like 3 times for the year. Belize, they used to bring me like 5, 6 times for the year because you can go different places. Like you have Belize City, you have San Pedro, you have Cayo, you have Dangriga. There's different places in Belize that you can go. Just like you can come to the States and you go Florida, you go Atlanta, you go whatever.
Right.
So that's how Belize set up too, just like different districts. So I could have get away with going there like 6, 7 times for the year, and I'm not seeing the same people, you know. So those became my stomping grounds. So those are places that I've been going multiple times frequently up till this day. Like I'm going to Belize July 18th. I'm booked for Belize. You know what I mean? So um, pretty much all of the Caribbean. So fast forward a little later, and I started to get into keeping events back in like 2010. Started keeping events. 2013, I started me and my brethren Randy Innocent. We started our event called Colors Music Fest in 2013 or 2014. Sorry, 2014 is when we started Colors Music Fest, and um we brought Cranium for the first time. Them time the Cranium, I think that was Cranium's first show outside of New York, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but for sure, Cranium first time in Florida was between me and Randy. We brought him to South Florida for Colors Music Fest, and not realizing that me and Cranium used to go high school together. Not realizing because all of us grew up now. I probably still look the same from high school because I still look young, but all of us grew up now, and not realizing say, yo, me know this youth. And is when I look and he posted a picture of when he was a kid on Instagram, and I was like, yo, no Kemar that. And I link him and reach out to him like, yo, brother, what go on, Ray. And before that, his management team hit me up. Before he even blew up, his management team, because I was cool with his when his manager, well, I was cool with Pee Wee and I was cool with his other manager too, Pierre. And Pierre used to manage an artist named Gappy Ranks. And I got to give you the history about him too, because Gappy Ranks is the first person to make me produce music. So big up Gappy Ranks as well. So Gappy Ranks and Pierre now was coming to Florida often, and Gappy Ranks used to come over my house and thing like that or whatever. We used to be in the garage and play music and one bag of things. So um, Pierre always kept that link with me. So when he discovered Cranium, no, he was like, "Yo, this kid, he's dope and blah blah blah. Give him a listen and Ray. I'm gonna cut the dub for you." And him send the dub and we start play the song and whatever. Not knowing said this is my brethren from high school. So anyway, yeah, we started Colors Music Fed. Um, started doing events like, we kept colors in Belize, we kept colors in Orlando, Cayman Islands. We did colors pretty much throughout a lot of places. So we started doing different things. Um, so that's a different venture. Now, fast forward into um my Sound Clash parts now. I started to get into Sound Clash. I was always a Sound Clash fan. Like Growing up, that's all I used to listen to. My first cassette when I was 4 years old, I would never forget this. My brother had a gray Sony radio, right? It was one of the boombox, one of the you know the tube shaped ones with the speakers at the side and the tape deck in the middle. You know what I'm talking?
Know what you're talking about? Yeah.
All right, so he had one of those, and my first tape was, I'll never forget this. I was 4 years old. It was Bodyguard versus Stone Love.
Wow. Hold on a
Yeah.
second.
And it started with a ninja man. It started with a ninja man. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. I would never forget that cassette. Right? That's how the cassette started. Ninja man, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. Stone Love was playing it on dub. And so I was a Clash fan from those Addies, the whole my brother used to get the Clash tapes, and I had no business listening to them, be about what be or something.
Right.
One bag of suck your mother, one bag of blah blah blah. And I had no business listening to it. Get in trouble a couple times, my mother catch me, I listen to them, and you know that go. Um, so Sound Clash was always my thing. Dub plates was always my thing. And that's one of the main reasons why I got into the remix thing too, because it was a cheaper form of you getting dub plates. You could remix it, you remix acapellas and whatever. So it's kind of, it kind of make you feel good as a kid, basically. So now I wanted to step up into the big league now. So I started clashing. So first clash I did was, it was a tag team clash. The same youth them that brought me to Italy the first time, they came up to America, and I got them some bookings around town in Florida. And last minute, he was like, "Yo, I want to do a clash." And he doesn't speak English much, and he doesn't MC. So him say, "Yo, if I would be the MC." So I said the only way that would work is if we do a tag team clash. So there's a sound from Milwaukee. They were based in like Milwaukee and Chicago, named Killer Face, and a sound down here in Florida named Big Life, but they're originated in Guyana. So me and one of the owners for Big Life, we were always cool. Like growing up, he watched me, basically watched me grow up and thing like that around the around sound system. So he always rated me and whatever. So um I hit him up and I was like, "Yo, my virgin from Italy there, and he want to do a clash. So what you want to do? You can line up something or whatever." And say, "Yeah, no, we can clash, you know. Just we line up on Killer Face there too, whatever, ray. So I kid you not, that time Facebook just started to come into play because this was like 2009. That time Facebook started to come around.
Right.
And yeah, so 2009, um, we did one little Facebook blast. I say, "Yo, Sound Clash tonight." This was like the day before. We said Sound Clash this Friday, blah 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 blah. And yo, when I tell you, people came out like crazy in a one little warehouse, and we did the clash, and we beat them. We beat Killer Face and Big Life. Mind you, they're big. They're bigger sounds in terms of dubs. They have a lot more dubs, but for some reason, it was just like the selection, the speech, them and them thing that was good. So I got experience off of that now, right? So fast forward now, a virgin of mine now. I don't know if you guys familiar with Dapali from Innocent Zone. I don't know Innocent Zone, right?
Yes.
They're like a South Florida based. So a virgin of mine, Dapali, he was keeping um. So there's a clash that keeps in Switzerland called the 123 Badadan clash. It's like a really
Okay.
big, yeah. So they were doing the Florida version of it, and the winner goes to Switzerland to clash. So Dapper now said to me, say, "Yo, we need you another clash. Like, what you want to do? Come with me, I try to look some songs or whatever with name we can, carry the clash or whatever from here." So I said, "Boy, I'm not interested in nothing, brother, because that shit takes a lot." He's like, "No, man." I was like, "Yo, I don't feel like I have enough dubs to even clash." So I said, "Yo, who's the sounds in it?" When the man started telling me the sound, then brother, I said, "No, sir, man, I do that." It had Emperor. I'm
Wow.
talking about Emperor, Freddie Dread Emperor.
Freddie, yep.
It had Emperor, King Ramsey from Brooklyn, um, G6, their sound from Orlando. That was like a more newer sound, so I was comfortable with that. That was easier, a little bit easier. Now I go say them a walkover, but it was a little bit easier for me in my mind. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, man, they can rock with that card. Them more. Then they had City Heat, a sound from Miami that's based out here. That's a big sound from long time. Loaded. They had Who else was in it? Emperor, City Heat, King Ramsey, Nasheen, Nasheen Fire. So Nasheen Fire went solo, had just went solo or whatever, probably like a year after that, right? And that was a clash. So me, Champion Squad, Nasheen, King Ramsey, um, City Heat, and G6 and Emperor, right? So I end up, long story short, I end up go tune for tune with Emperor. Listen to this now. Tune for tune with
What?
Emperor. You hear what you just said? What? Tune for tune with Emperor. So you know Emperor is loaded. Garnet Silk, Tenor Saw, all kind of something. So two youth that they had playing the sound. It so happened that they wasn't really, I don't know if it was a situation they weren't equipped with the box or they never know the box or what, but I mean Emperor is kind of, it's a music library. All you have to do is know music and you just type in and you just, all right, I have this tenor saw, I have this garnet silk, because they had everything. So end up that I beat them in tune for tune, won the clash, went to Switzerland. Right? So, you know, that was a big thing now. You beat Emperor in a tune for tune. That's a big deal.
Wow.
So yeah, man, big up Fortis, my brother. Anyway, Fortis Emperor, big up. Um, yeah, so went on to Switzerland now. And big up to Michael Washington and Raffle, Roughpack. Went to Switzerland, did the Badadan clash. So now this was the thing now. So end up going to, it was a sound from, it was me from Florida representing USA, a sound from England, a sound from Canada, and a sound from Israel.
Really?
Israel. Yes, Israel. So the sound from Israel, bad your fuck. Brother, when I'm telling you, all right, my first round, I dominate. Second round, I go on good. You see, for them second round, look side. The man then play one Gully Gaza, straight dub, you know, Gully Gaza, like back and forth Gully Gaza thing. And I was like, yo, Mavada Cartel, back to back Israel sound, you know. Them name Amar sound. Bad sound. MC Wicked. MC is very wicked. He speaks English well. He can,
Oh, what
maybe,
happened?
yeah, no, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so Amar sound, them bad. So Amar sound now, we end up kick out everybody out of the clash. Me and them in a tune for tune. Everybody wanted to see me and Amar in tune for tune. So
Wow.
I was beating them. I was beating them about 4-0. No, I was three. It was 3-0, right? And bro, they played one buju. I don't know if you know the buju on the Thank You Mama Sizzler rhythm. It's called 1-to-1.
Yep.
These niggas, they played so now go they did not the 1-for-1. Brother, listen to me. The way how the place erupted, because I wasn't expecting it. The way how it was erupted, I had to think quick. So how I redeem myself now, because I'm good. My mind is sharp. When it comes to this, my mind is very sharp. So how I had to think about it. I'm like, yo, 1-for-1, 1-for-1. What W got with that can, and I had the half pint, 1,000,000 to 1, still going strong. Bro, when I draw that place erupt again, but they gave them the edge because that forward that they had was way bigger than my forward, but I still
Right.
erupt the place, shake the place. So boom. It was to the point where they got the next, their momentum was so good, they got the next one too. And after that, I said, no, sir. So I started to beat them straight. So I got the win. I won the trophy from Switzerland. And the boss for Amar, right? Yo, this man was like some mafia type dude, like short balled brother. But yo, the way how the man talk is like I said, no, sir, the Godfather me I talk to. Man say, yo, you kill me son. Reem, you kill me son. Yo, bad youth. Ray. Yo, I have to bring you to Israel. I have to bring you to Israel, dog. Ray. And shout out big up Tico T, my
Wow.
virgin from Bahamas. he was with me. I brought him with me to mix for me at the Clash. He's not a part of the song, but we did form a thing called Passport Gang. So it was like we were just playing music. Like we would just link up and play music. You know what I mean? Anywhere we go. So I brought him with me to mix for me because we had good chemistry and stuff like that. So I have to big him up too. So yeah. So Amar no, Father Amar, him say, yo, I have to bring you go Israel. Where. So I said, I'm not pay that no mind. Because what the hell am I doing in Israel? The man link right after. So that
Get
was that
paid.
Battle and Clash kept November. I was in
Mm.
Israel the ending of January.
Oh
And when they explained to me that only 4 sounds has ever been to Israel. Stone Love, Renaissance, Babyface with King Addies. Babyface went there with King Addies and me. That was like one of the biggest honors for me because that was something big. You know what I mean? To say that I
wow.
went to Israel. So
Uncharted territory. Yeah.
yeah, so it was like so went over there, bro. When I say like it was vibes right through them, know all of the new song, them everything at that time. That this was like 20. What was this? 2018. 2018, yeah, January 2018, and I went there. So after that clash, now that clash set me to a level because now this was right before COVID time now. So that 2 year span now, my traveling went crazy. Like I was booked up. So 2018 pass and 2019 coming now, I was booked up way up until like the next year. I had bookings way into the next year. But then COVID happened and I was like the whole 2020 was booked up. My calendar, I think I still have my calendar from 2020. It's still booked. Like you could see all the bookings and all every weekend was shaded out. I had deposits from everywhere. COVID happened, and you know what happened after that. Enough of them party they never get for keep.
Man. All right.
Yeah.
So Gappy Ranks, good friend of the show, my
Yeah.
English brother.
England.
He
Yeah,
taught
man.
you. How did he get you into producing?
All right. So in 2010, Gappy said to me, he was like, "Yo, I was partying with Gappy. He was here often. I went to. As a matter of fact, I went to England to the UK one time, and he was like, "Yo, if you're in town, anytime you come Europe, make sure you link so we can do an event with you in my town." He comes from a place called Halsden, right in London, and he was like, "Yo, make sure you link up, or whatever." So he ended up doing an event with me, and same time, no, he was telling me like, "Yo, um, you need to get in a production, brother." So me not paying no mind because I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm traveling, I'm doing my thing or whatever. I'm making my little money or whatever. I'm not worried about no production, nothing. So he ended up billing a rhythm for me, and it was called a Champion Squad rhythm.
Wow.
So he did a song on it, and yo, when I tell you, I was so amazed by the song. I should have sent that to you too if I remembered. But Gappy did a song bigging up every single artist, and it's like a whole long. There's no chorus. It's just a long freestyle. And it's like, me love to see when Bounty versus Beanie. Me love to see when Gaza got. Yo, that shit was bad, bro. Like, but and it was like a real dancehall vibe. And him Billy rhythm, and he was like, yo, I hear rhythm this. And in the background, all you hear is Champion Squad. Bad. A little sample. Bad.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, man, I hear a thing this or whatever. And I had Munga. I got Munga. Me and Munga was cool. Always cool. And Deli Ranks and Deli Ranks, Teflon, this youth from Africa named Vital Black from Kenya, and this youth named Versatile Kenya from Kenya, and a couple other artists. Yeah, it was good. And then we did that. Didn't know what I was doing with it, obviously, because it's not on no platforms right now. Maybe you will find it on YouTube, but it's like unreleased. It's like it's not really. I'm not monetizing it, so it's not like Um, and then I started to like get into doing one and two little rhythms and things like that. But then no, the travel didn't start take off again. Didn't have time for it. So in COVID now, things kind of slowed down. So when I was going to Italy now, I met this youth named DJ Merch. Now DJ Merch, he's this humble kid. Like he's very humble, and I literally I knew him from he was like about, I would say about 14, 15. Because when I used to go to Italy, he was still a youth. So he used to, come at some of the parties, them and whatever that I was playing or whatever. And he always showed me respect, but he didn't really speak much English. So we used to always communicate online. So in COVID now, me and him was always linking, and he was always sending me rhythms before COVID, but I never used to pay him no mind. So he was sending me rhythms and saying, yo, sending me different ideas and whatever. And I was saying, yo, whatever. So in COVID now, him linked me again now. I could pay attention now because COVID, we're not doing anything. So during COVID now, him said to me, say, yo, I have a rhythm, I have some rhythms that I want you to listen to. So make me listen to some rhythms. So when I would listen to them, I'd be like, all right, cool. He would give me the bass ideas and I would say, all right, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to change. This is what we need to play, whatever. And we come up with some rhythms and things like that. So there was one specific rhythm that caught my ear. And I was like, yo, this is bad. So I would say my first official production would be this rhythm. This is my first official like releasing on a major platform type of thing. You can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Spotify, anywhere you can get it, right? This is 2020. Um, got the rhythm and I tweaked the rhythm a little bit and I said, yo, we need to change this, we need to change that or whatever, and add in what I was adding in and stuff like that. And I'm listening to the rhythm and I'm saying, yo, no, I'm gonna send it to Noah first, Noah Power, right? Because Noah's a great friend of mine. So I'm gonna send it to Noah and I say, yo, Noah, pre that rhythm here. Because them time they Noah start with it, he was doing his thing with the with them the like with liquid and stuff like that.
Yes. Yes.
So I see, yo, pre this rhythm and see what you can come up with. So I sent it to Noah first. So sitting down thinking, I'm like, yo, wonder if me can get Wayne Wonder to do this. So at the
What?
time, now, Super Twitch is a great, like Super Twitch is one of my, I would say one of my best friends in music. He taught me a lot. I always will ever forever be grateful for Super Twitch because he's really a good mentor. Between Super Twitch and Dread from Adonai, I have to give you the history on Dread from Adonai too. Adonai is my mentor, like from I was young, from I was going to high school. I used to be around Adonai. But anyway, so Twitch had linked me with Wayne a couple of years ago because I had a rhythm that I was gonna produce. Wayne voiced it, but I didn't do anything with it, and I don't remember what I did with the files. I think
Wow.
it crashed on a hard drive or something like that, right? And
Wow.
yeah, didn't really take it that serious, so I didn't really So this time around, now I'm link back Twitch. I Mr. Twitch, brother, all me can hear is Wayne one up on this. You can get him for me, and the man say, yeah, man, a simple thing that man, and he gave Wayne the rhythm. I kid you not. 8 o'clock in the night is when I gave Twitch the rhythm. I got back a song at 10 o'clock.
2 hours.
2 hours. I got back a song. Wayne called me. When I got the song, it came from Wayne's email. Open it, download it, and I was amazed. Wayne called me. Him say, yo, what you plan to do with it? I'm gonna say, boy, if I tell you the truth, this is my first time like really and truly putting out something on a major scale. I just need your guidance and I need your blessings. And the man say, yo, anything you want, just let me know. Like, whatever. If you want to shoot the video, if whatever you want to do, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. And then me and him reason for like a while like we were reasoning for like 2 hours on the phone. Right? So and to me that's like Wayne is the icon. So it's like for me, that's like one of the
Absolutely.
greats, like that's a great moment in my life. So when I'm there reasoning with him and thing and he must say, "Yo, yeah, man, I feel like say that song I go shot and whatever." And with his help, like, so I built, so the rhythm didn't have a name on it like that or whatever yet. So my daughter was born in 2017, and that's my world. So everything I centered around my daughter, Kalani. So her middle name is Ariana. So I named the rhythm Ari Rhythm because that's her nickname that I would call her for her short for her middle name. So I named the rhythm Ari Rhythm, and I had Noah Power, Wayne Wonder, um who else was on it? Versatile Kenya from Kenya. Didn't really leave him off of anything. Aji is a New York based artist. Bad artist, Aji. I had who else? There's somebody else I'm forgetting. A couple more people. But anyway, yeah, those were the songs on the rhythm. So Wayne was like, yo, let's do the video. And I told him like, yo, I didn't have no big budget because it's COVID time and we couldn't really do much. We
Right.
couldn't go to certain places. We had to keep the distance type of thing and ray. So we went down by Miami and there was like a art wall and stuff like that. We shot like piece of the video there and the video's on YouTube. You can look it up. My Love Is Real by Wayne Wonder. And we got a one model and she came from the Virgin Islands and thing like that. And we she played a good part in it and stuff like that. So went to New York, shot Noah's video. Aji shot his video. So oh yeah, and Lockett. How can I forget Lockett? So Lockett is a Fort Lauderdale based artist, right? So Lockett I'm a virgin. He's my barber and stuff like that. So good artist from Fort Lauderdale here in Florida. And Lockett, if you watch Lockett video, I think Lockett video is the best video, like well put together. And it was like a ladies' anthem here in Florida. It's called Walk Out Pon Them, Lockett. So and he's one of the artists that I've been working with as well too. So yeah, that was the first production, the Ari Rhythm. So you can look it up on any one of the platforms. ARI Rhythm.
This is wild. So I'm gonna play this. You got to walk us through it.
Okay.
Boy, baby, from yesterday, we're ready. Punch out, one, them all in a February. Select it like Reem, me pull up on Percy, girl a scream like she see her favorite celebrity. Boy, baby, from yesterday, we're ready. Punch out, one, them all in a February. Select it like Reem, me pull up on Percy, girl a scream like she see her favorite celebrity. Dapper, I want one killer. Grandson, I want one killer. Darkness, I want law, one mission. We are in the place, we not need them from.
They have to go and buy that.
All
Walk
right.
me through that.
So that song is with Rainson, an artist from Fort Lauderdale again. Rainson and Supreme, which is me and Supreme produced that song for Rainson, and Chronic Law. So Rainson called me with the idea, say, yo, I have a project I want to do, Chronic Law, Rainson, Ray. And that's how the history was made. So, yeah.
We could get that.
So they basically included me into the project that way. So we can't even say, yo, take full credit, say my song. No, but they we basically orchestrated the whole thing, and he had something. And this is what production is for a lot of people that don't understand how producing work. So an artist can come with an idea, but you as a producer are supposed to say, no, man, we can do it that way or tweak this and tweak that for make it sound better to the listening ears. So producer is not just making the beat, producer is not just recording the artist. It's also orchestrating the song. And that's what a lot of young producers miss. And a lot of these artists don't understand, say you have to take telling from a producer because you're an artist. Your art form is to write and sing. If you even write. Some of them don't write. A producer is supposed to put the song together. So if I don't feel like this song is going to be worth my money spending, I have the right to tell her, say, yo, this doesn't sound good. Go back to the drawing board. You understand? So a lot of the artists don't understand it. So they get offended. Nowadays, I realize that enough of these artists get offended when you tell them, say, because I've had situations like that where artists will tell you, say, no, man, what you mean say this song no good? And it's not saying that the song is not good, but it's just not
the original
100%. It's not, yeah, because one, I'm a DJ. We go out there in the world, so I know what sounds good. I know what's supposed to be played. I know the feeling of people. I know how people react to music. So me as a DJ and a producer is the greatest chemistry, right? So when an artist I tell you, yo, no man, that what you mean that sound good or whatever, me give a song to somebody else, go ahead, because 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna do anything.
Now, let's pass it to the right. I need some history about you and Teddy. Teddy, go ahead. I need the history. How did this even happen?
I mean, it was I can't take credit. Paul Michael said to me, yo, I got a sound in Florida, a wicked selector. I want to bring him in. And for me, I don't ever argue usually. So I'm just like, yeah, man, let's do it. It was Reem, and he came in, and yo, he shells it every single time, but he shelled it so big the first time. I was like, yo, we need to have him on regular rotation. And that's how it came to be. I can't take credit as much as I want to take credit for it. Paul Michael gets the credit for bringing DJ Reem to Rhode Island.
Big up Paul. Big up Ted.
So and it's a play like there's not that many. Well, Bobby, you already know. There's only a handful of guys we bring because I don't trust anybody. Island Saturdays for me is like that's everything. So you can't just put anyone out there. You know, you can't just have anyone play. And he's one of he is now. I think I might even had you twice now for my birthday, which is like he's one of my favorite all-time favorite selectors. You know, he's wicked every time he comes. He's wicked. If you haven't seen him, you need to see him. And next time you see a flyer for Island Saturdays with Reem on it, you need to come, like for real.
I heard, I don't know if this is true, that I'm going to go to Mr. Picatra. Did you show up early to rinse the dub box at Island Saturdays?
Oh, yeah.
He comes early every time.
Every time I do that, yeah.
But I want to tell you, he played an hour straight of dubs. And we're not talking just like regular people dubs. Like, all right, I'm a reggae nerd. Reem knows this. I grew up with reggae. That's all I know. I mean, he's got Tamlin's Baltimore on dub. You know what I mean? Like that to me is like that blows my mind. That blows my mind. And I'm sitting there with my cousin. For those that don't know, my cousin is a dancehall artist. He's been around forever. Billy Lightning. If you ask, for all the Boston peeps out there, ask Junior Rodigan. Junior Rodigan loves Lightning. So he'll tell you. Lightning was one of the first. Lightning helped start the Rockers show at WERS in Boston. And I ended up with most of the records he stole out of there, but then he took them back when he sold them. And
Whoa. We got to go to a song.
Yeah, so this is the Ari rhythm.
Anytime I'm right inside here, I love feel. Oh, girl.
Picatra. Oh, did we lose? Did we lose?
Lost him. But yeah, but one thing I wanted to say, he played a Cuddy Ranks dub plate that I never heard. Like Billy Lightning was like, "Yo, that was insane." I don't think Billy ever heard that Cuddy Ranks dub plate either.
Picatra, what do you got for us, Pop? I don't understand how the man that went to MIT can't understand technology. Picatra, you with me?
Freeze again.
Man,
he's been stuck like that for a while.
So it looks like you got a working relationship with Wayne Wonder, right?
All right, so yeah, Wayne Wonder is like my bro, like my big bro. Like even the other day, we was they had like they had the football games, soccer games here. It was Jamaica versus Miami.
Now you can say
Jamaica's
football,
under 20.
That's the real football.
Yeah,
that's the real football. You can say
that's the real football. Yeah. So
yes.
Jamaica under 20 versus Miami, and they had Spragga Benz and Wayne Wonder performing. So Super Twitch had called me. Like I said, that's my big bro. So Super Twitch called me. He was like, "Yo, DJ and singer go over the ball field and race forward and things." So came out there, whatever. So it was so crazy. Wayne, we went in, we were like in a little VIP room thing or whatever after they performed or whatever. We was at the VIP room and we was all chilling. And when Wayne see me walk in, we don't say, yo, Reem, wagwan, Ray. So he was, because I'm cool with Spraga too, but not on that level with like as far as Wayne, obviously. So when I walked in, he was like, yo, Wayne. He was like, yo, Reem, no, Spraga, man, tell us that Reem is a genius in us. I'm wondering where he's going with the story. So he was like, yo, Reem will call me with some idea like 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning with some idea. He was like, yo, the maddest thing Reem ever said for me do. And I'm still trying to think where he's going with it because I'm like, what the hell did I do that was so, extraordinary? He said, yo, Reem I got Japan, do the Japan tour. This is the last Japan tour that I did, right? So, he did the song Informer back on the WYFL rhythm, right?
Yes, I heard
His
that.
song
That's
Informer.
crazy. Yep.
So if you look on my page, I'm the original post from the song. I'm a collaborator on that post. That's how much me and so me Wayne has that respect for me. Like he values my opinion with certain things or something like that. So anyway, so he gave me the dub, right? Because he doesn't hesitate to give me dubs. Like I'm loaded with Wayne Wonder dubs. So he gave me that dub like without me even asking. When the song dropped, he just gave me the dub. Before the song dropped, as a matter of fact, I had the dub. So he gave me the dub and whatever. So I hit him up one morning. And I was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm mad singer. If you can do, I'm going to 9 different cities. I want you to give me just a line for every city." And I said, yo, I just want it to be, I'm in champion squad in Tokyo playing, champion squad in Okinawa playing. And that's all I needed. And bro, every single city that I played a specific dub special just for that city. And that shit went crazy every time. So now he's telling Spraga, he was like, yo, Spraga, you don't know, Reem, let me eat a wicked food. I'm like, how? How the Japanese sound man, them come with like, yo, pickle, big up pickle, King Jam. Him say, yo man, pickle come pan Jamra Cruise with a knapsack man, full of money. He was like every sound want them dub because of that. So it's like seeing those things and hearing a legend like Wayne Wonder talk about you in that light makes me feel good, like know that I'm doing my job. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I'm my calling, what I'm supposed to be doing in life. That's how I look at it.
And Bobby, you want to know a funny story about that? I told Reem this past weekend. I wish I knew Reem when I was going to propose to my wife because my proposal to my wife was at Island Saturdays, and what I did was so I went on stage. My wife had no clue. And I grabbed the mic from Paul real quick. I said, yo, Paul, I never make any song requests, but I got a request. Drop the tune. And then Paul played "Will You Marry Me" by Wayne Wonder, and that's how I didn't say nothing. That's how I proposed with the tune. I wish I had that on dub. If I had that on dub, it would have been 100.
Yeah, that would have been mad. That would have been
I mean, it's still been crazy, but that would have been even crazier.
Pacatra, you with us? Wow.
He's out of it.
Wow. So right now we have Egyptian calling. Tell us about the song before we squeeze it.
All right, so Merch again sent me the bass of a rhythm, and the melody was kind of off on it, and I was like, yo, we need to tweak this and do this or whatever. So switched it up a little bit, got the rhythm right, and I sat there with the rhythm for like about a month. And I said to myself, and I kept playing it over and over. I'm like, yo, who could we get for this? So I did a tour with Egyptian back in like 2012. He was promoting an album, Sex, Love, and Reggae. That was his album he was promoting at the time with VP Records. So VP Records organized a tour with Rhythm Stream. So I used to be managed by Rhythm Stream. So Rhythm Stream that does all the soca stuff now and the email blast them and everything there. Big up Elasham, big up Mark. Yeah, I was managed by Rhythm Stream for a little bit. So Rhythm Stream got me on that tour. and I was cool with Egyptian, but still never really knew him like that, right? Never really linked with him like that or whatever. But he knew of me. He knew me. He knew, he because he would see me play or whatever, and then that's when I started to link with Nori as well too, because Nori was his DJ on that tour. So um, a brethren of mine here in Florida named Digo. Digo know me and Digo real cool, and I said to and Digo was a part of Egyptian's management team. So I said to Digo, I say, yo, we need Jippy on a rhythm. And he was like, send it, I'll see what I could do. Kid you not? I sent Digo the rhythm probably the Tuesday. By the Thursday, Digo say, yo, forward one of the office. Egyptian recorded that in one take, freestyle. No writing, no nothing, just off the top of his head.
You're me deep inside, I close my eyes. Thinking back when you were down my eye. I break it just and even make you cry. And it made me realize that you were calling for me, and you were falling so deep, I hear you cry.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Yo, this
man.
is
Big
crazy.
song.
This is crazy.
You're me deep inside, I close my eyes.
Wow.
Thinking back when you were down my eye.
Wow.
I break it just and even make you cry. And it made me realize that you were calling for me, and you were falling.
So how does this all work? How do you get them into the studio? Just give them like, how would one?
And nowadays you really even don't have to get them in your studio. You could just send them the beat and they do it wherever they are or
Right,
wherever
just
studio they go
send
to.
them
But
stems.
in that instant, it was a little portable studio. Chamba, who's working with Cartel right now, who does production for Cartel now, he was the one who recorded that. So he pulled up to the office. Digo them has like a little office, like a mechanic shop. He did it right there in the mechanic shop. He pulled up with a portable studio and voiced the shit right there.
So you went to school for sound engineering?
I did. I went to Full Sail.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get to finish though because it was during. Matter of fact, I went to Full Sail during the time of COVID, and just as I would, but I already had. Remember, I was doing the remix thing, so my
Yeah. So
production skills was always there. So it was always raw. But in Full Sail taught me a lot where it comes to how to properly, do certain things. So yeah.
what's your favorite microphone?
I don't even know what's out right now. I've been so out of it when it comes to that.
So
But before,
if you had money was no limit,
Mhm.
give me your dream studio, what you would build.
My dream studio. Oh God.
2-inch tape? You got to go 2-inch tape.
2-inch tape? That far back?
You want to go 2-inch tape?
No, bro. Everything is digital right now. Right now, it's to the point where you don't even need. All right, let me tell you something. You see, it like this whole and I'm gonna say AI because it's still a part of AI, and it's not really AI, but it's still a part of AI. They have. I can voice a song on a Shure mic, one of the cheap Shure mics, the cheapest Shure mics that you have, and I could put it through a program. I could put it through a plugin. It's not really an AI thing, but it's kind of
What do
like
you?
AI because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still, and I could change the mic quality to any mic that I want, and they have the list of the mic. That's where we are right now with
My
ad-
God.
a- that's how advanced we are right now with technology, with apps and plugins and all type of shit. So you don't really need nothing, really and truly.
Do you think that's the problem? Because if
No, it's not a problem because it enhances a lot of things. Like, all right, you see those prison cartel songs? If they were right now, and them prison songs where cartel sound like he's muffling into the phone, you
right,
can clean that up with them thing there right now. If we had that back then when cartel was doing his stuff in prison, cartel would have be sounding like he's in the studio right now.
this is crazy.
Yeah, man. That's how good it is. So it enhances it. It's just the people that you have people that get in and abuse it, that don't know what they're doing with it, and then they try to abuse these things because they feel like, oh yeah, man, we can do this. There's limitless. There's no limit. There's no, but there is limits because there's still rules to this thing. Like I said, there's rules in music.
Right.
So a lot of people don't understand it, and they just feel like, okay, because you get a one buzz on TikTok, no, you're the hottest thing. That's it.
This is whew. It's so crazy because people, I'm speechless. People talk about AI.
Mm-hmm.
When we started barbershakes.com, if we wanted to be famous in France, we had to fly to France and
To
pass out
get popular.
cards.
Right.
And that touch was important,
Mhm.
right? And then we didn't
definitely.
have to do that touch anymore because we had chat rooms, MySpace, Black Planet, and then I had the website. But I don't want people to ever forget this. There's always been a form of AI within our generation. Like
Mhm.
the AI was the chat rooms because you no longer had to
Right.
get on a plane and fly. You were
Right.
talking through,
You were
and you
talking
weren't
to
even,
her. Yeah.
and you weren't even talking full English. You were going LOL or
And also what you got to remember is they had bots.
They had bots back then.
Yeah, they had the bots. So bots is a part of AI. That's definitely a part of AI because that's automated.
That's automated.
Mm-hmm. They had bots and stuff. So yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
So how do you feel about when people talk about AI now? I mean, autotune is AI. I mean, what are we talking about?
Okay, everything that's computerized right now is AI based. So because it's artificial intelligence. It's artificial and it's intelligent, meaning it's gonna outdo what a human can do.
Right.
That's basically what it is. So my thing with AI is a lot of people cuss it and bash it. Oh yeah, AI, I mash up the place and AI, but no, you got to use it to your advantage. AI has made it easier for you to become a millionaire. I don't know if people understand that. AI has made it so much easier for you to become a millionaire in real life. All you have to do is find your niche, find something to do with it. There's so much different things you can do with AI. And I'm talking about whether it's good or bad.
So I've been using AI and Claude to the point now where my Claude and ChatGTP has become the human, and I've become the AI. So the computer's now telling me what to do.
What to do. Yeah.
And I'm no longer in control
Mhm.
of these agents that
Oh, we lost him.
somebody did an AI photo on Facebook of him shooting a basketball, lava.
Mhm.
He's shooting a basketball and he says that he left his NBA career to become a DJ. And then I looked at it and there's my logo on the corner of the photo. Well, yeah, what type of fuckery's going on here? He said that AI placed the Bobby Shakes logo on his photo automatically.
What?
So he did an AI photo, and I guess the prompt was, "Hey,
So
make me
so
look
do you
like-"
use AI a lot
I use AI a lot
with your logo? Like,
with
do
my
you do?
logo. Yeah,
That's probably what it is. So so what people don't understand is you can train AI for other people as well too. Because all right, so if you type in, if you keep typing, if I get you to type in DJ Reem is the number one dancehall selector. Ted types in DJ Reem is the number one dancehall selector. I type in DJ Reem is the number one, and you get a couple more people to do that. AI is going to be trained that DJ Reem is the most popular dancehall selector. You know that, right? So the more you do stuff, and this is what a lot of people know. These are hacks. These are literally hacks. Like, so because there was a trend where everybody was posting like, "Yo, who are the top?" I remember DJs was posting who's the top DJ. I never did it because I understood it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and they
Ah,
would be like, "Oh yeah, see my name comes up in top DJ." No, the fuck, it's not. It's just you keep doing it over and over. So your chat GPT is gonna come up in that biasness. So the more people you get to do that, the more you upload your logo, they associate it with, okay, this is a famous picture thing. They go, they do their research, they say, okay, yeah, these are like this is a prominent dancehall thing with pictures. So Lava now, they know Lava. Lava's probably typing in the chat GPT, like, yeah, man, dancehall, this stuff about dancehall and whatever they and you have to understand too with these artificial intelligence, they're studying your daily life just by you typing in your phone, you talking on your phone. They're listening to you.
right.
When you sign those agreements, they're listening to you. They're listening to your conversation. So I don't know if sometimes when you're on Instagram, right, and say you're talking about baby diapers, and all of a sudden you see an ad pop up about diapers just out
Right.
of nowhere. That's them. That's artificial intelligence listening to you, bro. Because then they train you tailor your phone or your apps to you.
Man,
Free knowledge.
free knowledge. Give us
Mhm.
some more free knowledge before you let you go.
Follow me on Instagram, DJ Reem. uh,
Yo, this song is crazy.
yeah, yeah. Trust me. I would say that's one of my most streamed songs. In the first month, it had 500,000 streams.
500.
1,000 streams overall platforms. Yeah, the first month. Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
And when I look at my my Apple Music scans and stuff like that, they play this on the radio every single day in St. Martin. They play that on the radio every single day. Like there's never a week that I don't see that on the radio. So it's like I'm guessing it's a big song in St. Martin. Yeah. And in France as well too. France has a lot of traction. They played on the radio in France as well.
Now, is just is this organic or is there
It's
paid? I mean,
organic because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you.
let's be
Um,
honest.
I am just now learning the promotion side of it.
My
I'm
God.
just now learning. Like now, if I'm like now I'm 100% ready when it comes to production because now I learned a lot. Like over the time doing these things, I learned a lot. Because that song came out what 3 years ago, 3 years
Oh,
ago,
this Egyptian song is 2 years old?
2 years old.
Well,
So
if new music is new music, the first time I
new
heard it,
music is new music because that
new
can
music
bust
is
anytime.
music.
Because you have
That
to
can be
understand,
anything.
bro, Spragga Benz, your body good and it a glow. That bust on TikTok again the other day.
Get the F out of here.
Yeah, the other day it was a trend. It was a trend, and you seen girls post up their body and they might wind up themselves and thing, and the song playing in the background. That was a trend on TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah,
New
man.
music is
On
new
the Arab
music.
attack rhythm.
I think back in the day too, like when
Arab
Red
attack rhythm,
Wine,
1994, Arab attack rhythm. Yeah,
when
man.
UB40 got like the #1 song in America, that song had been out for years and
Mhm.
years and years
Years,
in the
but yeah, that's
universe.
how
You know what I
music
mean?
is.
It just
Music never
so
aged,
happened
bro.
to hit.
Music never aged. That's one thing I always say. Music never aged. So I mean, end of the day, that song right there can blow up, and then it can just make me into a millionaire just by overnight. Because and that's what people don't understand is, and this is what Gappy was trying to say to me. This is residual income because you can be paid off of this song for years to come as long as it's being streamed.
Right.
So you have to kind of set yourself up in those things when you're doing music. So I advise any DJ, take up production. If you can get into it and you have access to artists and you have access to if your voice, bro, if your voice in dub plates, voice some 45 too.
And I don't want to sound, I'm just going to say the Caribbean. That way I don't piss anybody off. There is such a pathway to do this business correctly, right? You're a box boy, you string the sound, then you're finding selection to give to the DJ, then we might make you touch the mic, and you just keep on evolving. Next, after you go to the mic, you go from mixing, then you go to the mic because the mic's the front man. Then from the front man, then you start. Then they allow you to start cutting the dubs for the sound. So now you're cutting the dubs from the sound, and then now they're allowing you to mix. And then the next phase is just production, like the evolution of a dancehall DJ.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't go into it because a lot of people don't know how to. But and the way you have to understand is too, a lot of the people back, especially back in those times, it takes money for production. Even now, it takes money for production. But back then, you have to remember the how to get, because you're talking about Box Boy and them stuff. So we have to be talking about back in the days, because Box Boy and them thing don't exist no more, and selector, the real term for selector don't exist no more. Them call me a selector. You understand? Because with play a song, but
before you go into that, could you explain what you just said to the people that doesn't know?
Okay, so like back in the days, a selector was a person, because so you had records, right? So first of all, most sounds back in the days were actually sounds. They had a sound system. You bring your equipment to an event. I string up my sound system. If I'm playing alongside Stone Love is gonna string up their sound system, right? So you're gonna have Champion Squad sound system over here, Stone Love sound system over here. So we bring our records, we bring the record crates and stuff like that. So we have the record crates, and records are, bro, if you ever seen a record box in these days for younger DJs, you would lose it. You wouldn't know where to start.
They would lose it.
You wouldn't think this shit was fun. That wasn't fun. For me, as a kid growing up into it, that wasn't fun. Lifting up them record box and digging through the record box and all that, it wasn't fun. So instead of you playing, you're focusing on, you have 3 people. Well, you had a whole team. You had the people that lift up the box. Even the selector then would lift up the box too. The selector, MC, whatever, would lift up the box to help. But then you had the selector, the MC, and the mixer. So the selector would be the one selecting the music out of the record box, because you as the mixer cannot focus on that because there's so much records piled up. The selector have to be finding songs and finding the right selections at the right time, reading the crowd. The mixer, all his focus is to mix the song.
A to B.
A to B, that's it. He had to know how to mix, that's it. The MC focused on the speech, that's it. That was then. So now in modern time now, we have the ability to do everything in one, because now we have a laptop in front of us. We can select, we can set our playlists. I don't really play off a playlist, but some DJs play off a playlist. I can just type in my songs and go for what I'm going for. And I have it in my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to play this right now. Type this in and blah, blah, blah. Boom, it's at my access. So we don't need a selector anymore. You are the selector. That's the difference between then and now.
Let me ask you a question, because you're in both eras. And I had a little DJ career, which pretty good. I'm undefeated in sound clashes in Boston. So I do have that. This whole Serato thing gives me hives. What is easier, Serato or a record box? To me, a record box is easier than Serato.
No, by far not. A record box is easier than Serato?
For me, like when I see Serato and you gotta, like, even you sent me 3 songs, it took me 30 minutes. I almost crashed the system to put 3 songs in Serato.
All right, so the thing about it is what you see once you, all right, to me, I think anything is easier once you put your mind to it. But being somebody that mastered both, being like no on a like no, this is real talk. Like being somebody that mastered both, I can safely say that record era is way harder. Reason being is because I just explained it to you. You have to be focusing on
Right.
you have to be focusing on three different things. So
Right.
imagine me now, and then imagine me now, and then you have to understand this attention span era now. The attention span here now is they
They
don't
don't
have
have
it.
it. They don't have
So
it.
to
They
listen
don't
to a
have it. They
song,
don't have it.
remember, record days, the song is gonna play like a minute and change. Nowadays, we're doing first verse, chorus, and that's it. Maybe you're lucky. Sometimes they'd be doing the chorus alone and then dash. You can't do that with records like
Right.
that easy.
That's
You
true.
understand? So you can go on the laptop and just select a song and that's it. So I would say the laptop era is way easier than the record because the record you can't. It's for you to be a solo selector. Remember, Mataran was the first solo selector, really. So
Right.
um, Mataran still had to have Johnny Killer on him. He still had to have. He still had to have
Ooh.
certain people. Mataran don't need that now. You understand? He still had to have somebody selecting the records. Johnny Killer mixing, him talking. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do that by himself. Even though Mataran was a solo selector, he wasn't solo because if he had to get Twitch to mix for him, he would get Super Twitch to mix for him. He had to have a mixer. Now Mataran can go into
Right.
a party and just open his laptop, play his little drum machine on his sampler, and and play. That's it. He don't have to do anything else.
Yo, Tony Matron and Johnny Killer is probably one of the, I would say, one of the top 10
Combinations. Yeah,
combinations
yeah,
in
yeah,
all
yeah,
of
yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
In all dance. Let me ask you a question, and there seems to be a theme that's
Mm-hmm.
going on with Florida. Walshy, good friend of mine. I've known Walshy for like 20
Right.
years. There's you. There's Twitch. What the hell is in the
In
water?
Florida.
Why is all these remixes coming from Florida?
I think
Like,
because we were
everybody does remixes,
we were
but you guys,
we have a we all right. So let me explain to you with the remix thing. So the remix thing, pretty much, the remix thing is coming from Renaissance era, right? That's who populated the
right?
whole dancehall remix thing or whatever. You know, Delano did the Nitro mix with Bounty Killer and all that type of thing. That was really big back in the days. Um, Further than that, where I started to fall in love with the remix thing was there was a sound from Trinidad, believe it or not, called Chinese Laundry. My brother had a cassette. Chinese Laundry, they used to make mega mixes. I don't know if you ever heard of Chinese Laundry cassette, but they used to chop up the thing and make mega. All right,
Never heard of them.
you remember the Bounty Killer mega mix that Babyface did for Addis?
Yes, that was
Rising through the
crazy.
desert, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they used to do
Yeah,
those
yeah,
type of
yeah.
stuff with dancehall, with like it was dancehall. It wasn't no soca, it was dancehall. Chinese Laundry used to do dancehall. They used to do their mixtapes was mega mix. They used to do all of those things. So I was always fascinated as a kid with that. So then when I heard Delano now do the Nitro mix now, I was even more fascinated because I'm like, all right, this is bad. Like, I was always excited to do it and I wanted to try it myself. So that's when I
Right,
got into it now. But now Black Chiny now, I guess they came from that. And so before Black Shiny 2, there was DJ Kareem, which is still off of the Renaissance. So my original name was DJ Kareem, but when I found out there was a DJ Kareem now, I changed my name to Reem. Because my real name is Kareem, obviously. So I changed my name to Reem.
okay,
So but DJ Kareem was also an inspiration for me too as well. Um before the Black Shiny era. So it was Renaissance, Kareem was Jazzy T's little brother, I think, or something like
oh
that.
my god,
And then Black Shiny came in. And then it was like a whole gang of us at that point now. Black Shiny came in now. That was the early, that was 99, 2000. And then by 2003, 2004, that's when I started to come in and I started to make a name. And then you had Renegade, you had Selector Renegade, which was still off of the Black Shiny. Um, and yeah, I think that's where it kind of. And then you had other people that was doing remixes, like one of the most talented remixer that I know, Blackheart in New York, King Tribe Sound, big up Blackheart. Um, he was a big remixer too. So it was like a gang of us was just doing remixes. So it wasn't just a Miami thing, really and truly. It was just there was other people out there that had their thing.
Man, it's crazy listening to you talk. Maybe I'm old and I've forgotten everything about dancehall. Like, I call myself this dancehall person, and I don't know shit about dancehall because I forgot it all. And when you're talking and you're saying these names, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
He was like, yeah, he
Like,
was there for real. He was there for real.
Yo, Ted, he said Audio Max in the club, and I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna faint, bro. What did I do when you said
Yo,
Audio
you was like,
Max?
yo, you shot. You were shocked. You froze for a minute. Yeah, man. Shout
Yo,
out King
Ted, I
Raj.
had to unfreeze myself. Like, it's crazy how you know so much, and you said some names that I don't think people even respect. Because when we say remixes, yeah, we're gonna go Black China, we're gonna go Reem, we're gonna go Walshy Killer. But nobody talks about friggin' Renaissance, man.
Yeah, Renaissance is one of the pioneers, bro. That's where I learned from. So everybody used to be like, "Oh no, man, a Black Chinese learned from," and honestly, Black Chinese was great inspiration. I would never take that from Black Chinese was great inspiration for me. But Renaissance and Kareem, DJ Kareem was one of like I used to have every stainless mix, every one of them growing up. So you know who I'm talking about, stainless man. Yeah, man. So no, you know who I'm talking about. DJ Kareem stainless. That's basically my foundation for. That's what I wanted to sound like.
How do you remember all of
Bro,
this?
my memory goes back to bro. All right. I can tell you the first records that I touched when I was 4 years old. I could tell you the first
Go
record,
ahead. I need to hear.
and I always said to myself, I'm gonna. And I saw it on what's that website where you could buy records from? Discog or this one of them websites that you could buy records from. My first records that I touched, it was my mom's. It was in my mom's album case, right? Tiger, Me Name Tiger, that LP. And Supercat Sibuk Step. Those two LPs were the first records that I used to touch. And what I did, I used to mock. I used to have a chalkboard, like a little chalkboard, and I would draw like a mixer. I would draw knobs on it, like that's the mixer. The turntable sleeves, the record sleeves was my turntable. I used to put the turntable, the records on top of the record sleeves, take my pencil that I write for school with, and that would be my needle with the turntable. And bro, I kid you not, that record, the Tiger record, scratch up with the pencil mark. I got an ass whooping for that.
You know what's
That
crazy?
I got an ass whooping for.
Is my first two records. One of them was Super Cat Boops, which is
Boops.
similar to Super Stay,
Yeah.
but just Boops. And the second record I bought ever was a very rare record. Actually, Reem probably knows this one. I don't know, Bobby. Maybe knows. Reverend Badu Subway System. I'll never forget it.
No, I don't know that one.
What's that?
I don't know.
Look it
No, I
up.
don't know that one.
Wicked tune.
Reverend Badu, you said?
Reverend Badu Subway System.
Subway System. I'm gonna look that up.
Wicked tune. It was on like Wild Indian Records or something. It was. I think I still have it somewhere. I have it somewhere. So yeah, those are the two records.
Nah, but I'm telling you, my memory goes far back as that. So it's one of those things that I like. I remember everything by music. Put it that way. I can tell you if an incident happened, I can tell you what song happened during that incident. That's how I remember things.
That means you're locked in.
Musically and like music was everything. Music is still everything for me. So that's basically what I know. I was never into sports. I was never into none of that. It was just music. Video games, none of that. Music, lock in.
What's in the future for you? Get better at producing and getting more
producing
out, right?
and less because like honestly, I'm pushing 40, so I don't think I'm gonna be there for the whole time because I've been doing it for forever. So
Wait. Reem, I mean, you were doing good up until you said that.
No, but listen, I'm not
good.
talking about just completely stop DJing completely, but
Yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna take selective events because I want to venture into other things. Like I'm
52. I don't want
no.
I don't want to hear that.
It's not about that. But you have to understand, bro. I've been doing this over 30 years, and I'm only 37. I'm going to be 38
Right.
on Friday. I'm going to be 38. So you have to understand where I'm coming from. So I've been doing it over 30 years. So
So you
for me, it's more of like, all right, cool. I appreciate it. I love everything that I do about music, but eventually I want to evolve. So music production is where I'm going, obviously, because that's something that, like I said, residual income. Um, that's your pension in music to me, because we don't have pensions as a DJ. So your pension is that
no.
residual income from production. So I'm gonna get into that a little bit more. I understand it fully now because I've been reading a lot. I've been um watching a lot of stuff with the behind the scenes of the do's and the don'ts, and getting advice from great people like a Wayne Wonder. You understand? So I have more knowledge now to where I know how to put out a song properly. I know what breaks a song. I know what makes a song. I know how much money you have to spend for a song. I know you understand. So I have those knowledge now. So when I'm
Right.
ready, you go see. So that is one, and then I want to venture into other business like opening a restaurant, stuff like that. I have some different ideas or whatever. So
I
that's
don't
the
know.
venture that I want to get into, going into the 40s. So that's why I said selective events. Like Ted called me and said, "Yo, I need you for Island Saturdays." I'm not gonna say no.
Thank you.
I'll never
Thank
say
you.
no to Ted.
I was getting nervous there, man.
Nah, man, I would never say no to Ted. Ted and Paul, never. So you know what I mean?
Man, um, did I hear Soca on dub from you at Island Saturdays?
Soca? Did I play Soca on that? Did I?
I
I
can't
don't
say
think
because
so.
I tune
No, I
soca,
did.
right?
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I have Soca on dub, but I didn't. I didn't. I don't think I played a dub. A Soca dub. I have. I do have Soca dubs though, but I didn't. I didn't play any.
Your range is so
Mhm.
dynamic. I was just listening to you play.
Right. Yeah. Firsthand, you was there. Yeah. You heard it.
Why are you so dynamic? Like your range is you have a I could hire you to play for 5 hours.
Yeah. And you know what the crazy part about it is? I feel better doing that than playing for an hour because it makes me. It's like a old fridge. It warms up. Like it does a lot for me. Like when I all right. I used to keep an event, right? And it was a Friday night, and I had partners that used to play as well too. So it used to be me and them. And like when they couldn't make it, or they would go out of town or something like that, and I was there by myself. Like literally, I would start the party from 10 o'clock all the way to 4 o'clock, and it would just flow
Man,
seamlessly. So I feel like that's the best of me when I'm doing that. When I'm getting put on for like an hour, hour and a half, it's just like So that's why even when Ted was like, "Yo," when he was like, "Yo, I've been there from early juggling some dubs and ray." That's just something I do because I don't get to do it often. Because you have to remember, most of the time when a promoter books me, it's in prime time, so I don't get to play early warm. But I love early warm.
let me ask you a question because early warm or prime time? Where you want to be
I mean, always it's gonna be prime time at this point because
at this
yeah,
stage?
because
Yes.
if I get booked, if you hire me, if you bring me from, because most of my bookings, and let me say this, most of my bookings are from are out of town. I don't really play much in Florida. Like I don't have a home base in Florida anymore. So like my bookings mainly are out of town. For years it's been that way. From I would say from a bus till no, that's how it's been. I do like maybe once, two time out of the month here. I have one place that I do every month here that I'm dedicated to. It's called Aura Lounge. It's downtown Hollywood. And yeah, I'm dedicated to that every month. Like once a month I'll give them a booking. But like to say play here, I'm traveling so much that it's not really, it's not possible most of the time. So um I don't get, like I said, the early one I don't get to do. So if you book me out of town, I don't think you're gonna pay me the money that I'm charging to come play early warm. That would make sense. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't think I mean I would hope not because it would be crazy. But I can play any position. Like I can play anywhere you put me. I can play. Like anytime you say, "Yo, Reem," you know what I'm saying? You have to go on early. I'm ready. I don't mind. I don't care because I don't need the hype. I don't care for the. I'm not a hype person in general. Like I'm not the arrogant type. Yo, what you mean? Man, a star. No, I'm not that type of person.
This is let me see what Bob. I didn't stop dancing from the moment I got there. That's what
Oh, that's pertaining to Island Saturdays.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay,
what
okay.
she said.
Thank you.
I
Thank
had
you.
a great time as always at Alchemy Saturday. Big up to Ted, DJ Reem. Like it was, no, it was a good vibe.
Respect,
It was a
respect.
good vibe, and I'm really like me and Bobby Steels had a long conversation. It pisses me off that we can't get this vibe in Boston. No offense, Teddy,
Okay.
but whatever the hell you guys are doing out in Rhode Island is fucking working.
Yeah, they have an amazing event out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. That event is amazing. To see the consistency, yeah. Because I've been to Island Saturdays probably like what, 10, 15 times?
Yeah, at least
Maybe
now.
20.
We've been going back since 2013 with that night.
Yeah, so it's really a good night. Like for it to be so consistent and then the vibes is just amazing. Because Paul is a great DJ as well too. Like Paul is amazing too as far as like it's like you expect the unexpected from Paul.
Right.
Yeah,
I think what it boils down to is we don't. I was talking to a promoter from Boston last year, and they don't do a weekly party, but they told me what they made on one party, and I was just like, man, I don't think I make that in like 6 months. You know what I mean? So like, I think a part of why Alan Sally's is successful is that like for me as the promoter, I put the vibes and the night above all else. So like there's been times where I'll put I'll spend X amount on ads for a party where I know that I probably like even if we sell out, I may not make all that money back, or I'm gonna make like just a little bit of money. I'm not gonna like make much. I'll break even. I won't lose money, but I'm not gonna make a lot. But the vibes is gonna be wicked, and the party is gonna be wicked, and that I think makes a difference. Because I love it. Like I love dance hall. Island Saturdays is like that's like my night out. That's my even though it's my business, it's also my recreation, my fun, my stress relief. So like I think, and I love, and going back, Reem could tell you, Bobby, I'm a reggae nerd. I grew up with dance hall. Like I love it. I love it. I love Jamaica, and I love dance hall music. So the vibes and the party come before profit for me, and that I think makes a difference.
So we have something from Tracy. Which destination's your favorite, DJ Reem?
I kid you not, it's Japan.
Wow.
The vibe in Japan is just different. Like you can literally see so many different things in Japan. It's like the culture for their culture plus our culture that they embrace as far as the Caribbean culture. It's amazing with them. I think that's one of the best place. That's like one of my favorite places. Every time I'm going to Japan, I'm excited. Like, don't get me wrong, it drains me because I'm doing like 8 to 9 shows in 10 days. And then I'm coming back home. Yeah,
Really?
it's that intense. So I'm like on the go. Like, is either we're driving, we're flying, we have to get up the next morning. And the parties, let me tell you, the parties go until 7, 8 o'clock in the morning there. I don't know, regular thing.
What?
Yeah, man. 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, regular thing. Like, you're looking at sunlight when you're coming out of the parties. So and most of the time with Japan, I get to exercise too because sometimes, and when I say exercise, meaning music, because their knowledge of music is different from over here. Like like you can play a segment of certain music and they'll appreciate it. And then like when they're playing, like it's like 4 sounds on it, 5 sounds on it, and then everybody's playing 2 rounds. You play like an hour, then play like an hour, next song play hour, then you come back on in another hour and you get the morning. Like, you understand? So that's how Japan works.
So Japan is your best.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. TKO, we have from Bobby Steels, who's supposed to be on the show tonight. I told him 9 o'clock. The guy doesn't show up.
Respect, Bobby.
Now, Bobby Steels is like, it's family. It's family.
Okay.
Do you have some dates, TKO, for DJs?
So Paul usually handles the DJs. So I can ask him for sure. I don't know what he has. I already messed up once because he was booked. He asked me to reach out to someone to lock them in, and I went and locked them in. And then Paul's like, "Why'd you lock him in for that date? I had so and so already." So I'm like, "Bro, like, you got to handle this yourself then, if that's the case. Because now I look like a jerk. I can go back to them and reschedule." So
it's like a
yeah,
jerk.
like they didn't care, but still in my mind, I'm like, "Yo, what are you making me do this extra work for? If you already had somebody." So I can find out.
Reem, do I have... Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Ted. Reem, I can send these songs out to
yeah,
other
man,
DJs?
they're out. All of those songs are out. All of those songs are on every platform. So yeah, you can send them out.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So I'm gonna send this package over to Bobby
Yeah, man, I
Steels.
appreciate it.
Send these 3 out. Second place. No. Best place is Japan. Worst place to hate to DJ.
Worst place I hate to DJ.
Should we
I
even
wouldn't
say
say I
that?
have a worst place, but I have bad experience in places. Like the first time I went to Guyana, it wasn't pleasant at all.
Yo, I just
Like
saw
it was
that.
crazy.
The story.
Yeah, I told you about that story before.
before.
Yeah, when I went to Guyana the
You
first time, it wasn't.
tell me.
Yeah, it was.
Tell me the story.
When I got there, so to get to Guyana, you have to connect from Miami to Trinidad most of the time. So I
Right.
connected from Miami, Trinidad, and it's a late flight. So the flight from Trinidad to Guyana is normally like 11 p.m. in the night or 10 in the night, and you get to Guyana like 12 or something like that. So I didn't get picked up from the airport until I would say 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
So how long were you at the airport for?
From 12. So I was 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Airport shut down. Me went outside, and that I think that was that yeah. So I didn't understand what's going on. So I'm pissed because I'm like, yo, promoter sent for me and Ray, and no go on. And so when I finally
Wait a second. The airport
yeah,
is
the airport
closed?
locked down. I was outside for the longest time, stranded, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. My phone is about to die.
How do they close the airport? How do they close an airport?
They closed the airport because after hours they don't have the airport open no more. It's an island. It's not like Guyana is not really an island, but it's a third world country. It's not like like here where yeah. So it's kind of different. So the airport was closed. I was waiting for them the longest time. So when they finally picked me up, I'm pissed. The man explained to me, say, "Yo, some political shit is going on, and because they're affiliated with the other party, them tech set upon them, and the police stop them everywhere they go." So I'm thinking like, yeah, this is bullshit. Like whatever. Yo, when I tell you, we got stopped 5 times trying to go into the city. It took 2 or 3 hours before we entered the main city. We got stopped by the police. So everywhere we go, everywhere we got stopped. So this arrogant man, this ignorant brother was with us in the car, driving the car with us. I don't even remember his name. So dude was cussing the police out. Yo, you scunt. You scunt this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yo. The police just draw him AK, this big long AK. Like this. And he was pointing at the youth. And then he said, yo, everybody line up. And everybody just get the AK. That shit was terrifying, bro. And I'm thinking
What,
like,
say
yo,
that
them
again?
police are gonna kill me because all I'm thinking about is I know how police stay in these places. So he was like, yo, let me see everybody ID. And I kid you not, I said to him, I started talking straight. There was no patois. I was just talking straight Yankee. Just like this, I'm talking straight Yankee. I'm like, yo, I said, man, I'm from America. I'm from Miami, man. I don't know. I just came here. I just got picked up and blah blah blah. He said, yo, let me see your passport. Took out my passport, showed him. He was like, you stand over to the side. So he put me to the side because they can't touch, foreign. They can't touch me.
Right.
So especially if we're not doing anything illegal or anything wrong, they can't touch us. So he put me to the side, and then the rest of them, they were there for the longest time, searching them, doing all kind of shit with them. And the guy was still talking shit. And I honestly felt like if I wasn't there, he probably would have shot him. Like right there and then there. Yeah, man.
Really?
I feel like if I wasn't there, I think he would have did something to them. Because the way how the man was carrying on, it was almost like he knew he had like a power, and that man wanted to prove, say, yo, you're not having the power. Because they were going back and forth for the longest. Anyway, it got to the point where we got into the town now. So when we got into the town, what do you think happened? A bus, because this was like 6 o'clock in the morning now. A bus ran straight right as we were like about to cross. A bus ran straight into the bus stop, killing people. We had to jump out of. I
What?
swear to you, this is my experience, my first experience in Guyana. We had to jump out of the car. We helped a few of the people them up, like the people them that was still alive. We helped them up. A truck came. There was no ambulance. There was no nothing. The dead body them just dumped them in the thing there, in the truck, in the back of the truck, and just gone to the hospital with them. Swear to you. So funny that the promoter now, when I got to reaching the town, got to the hotel, the promoter said to me, yo, this is how Guyana run. Don't open the door for nobody. If anybody knock on your door, don't open it. If anybody give you to drink, don't drink it. If anybody anybody give you something to eat, don't eat it. If I don't give it to you, you don't take it from nobody. I said, damn, I saw over here going. The man said, yeah, people will poison you. I said, all right, cool. This man decided say I'm gonna send two girls for me at the room.
Oh,
Hold on now.
Jesus. Here we
The
go.
man decides say I'm gonna send two girls for me at the room. Did not tell me anything about it. The girls I'm knocking on the door. Me look outside. I see two hot girls outside. I said, oh, what is? And all I could think about is this man telling me, don't open the door for nobody.
Setup.
It's a setup. Don't open the door for nobody. The man called me the next day. Yo, brother, I'm send two girls for you. And I'm just like, first of all, why would you do that? And second of all, you not tell me send them for open the door. Yo, brother, I send the two girls for you. I'm just like, I be asked to myself, say, me tell you, say, me want all of them excitement there. I never tell you that. Then no, you tell me don't open the door. And I was just like, all right, cool. Yeah, man. That was it. So anyway, the night come of the party now. This was the night before the party. So the night come of the party now. It was on a big football field. And the shit was ram. When I tell you, Bobby and Ted, when I tell you, say, rain started to fall like crazy out there. Out of nowhere. This is out of nowhere. Rain started to fall like crazy. And I'm talking about pouring rain. My laptop was there. My laptop get wet up. My laptop get mashed up. Yeah.
Wow.
That was my trip to Guyana. Had to buy a new laptop. Luckily, I had my hard drive backed up on thing. But that was my trip to Guyana.
And he's not lying. Guyana is crazy because my wife's Jamaican, but her dad is a United Methodist pastor, and he was for all of high school. My wife went to high school in Guyana, and the stories I heard about Guyana is crazy. And then I work with a boxer named Andrew Murray. He was a world ranked boxer. He got into a car crash in Guyana, and no one came to help him at the side of the road. And he somehow walked 3 miles after the car crash to the hospital, then died in the waiting room at the hospital. He bled out. No one helped him. That's how crazy Guyana is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wow. We love you, Guyana.
No, man. I went back.
Wicked cool though. They're great.
No. I went back 2 times after that, and my experience was great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Guyana is a nice place. Like I went back 2 times after that, and it was great.
Yeah, my sister-in-law went back a couple of years ago, and she had a great, it was a great experience.
It took me a while though. It took me a while to go back, but yeah, it was great. It was a great experience after. But yeah.
What is your best experience besides Japan?
Best experience besides Japan. French Guyana. Not Guyana, French Guyana. French Guyana is next to Martinique, the French Caribbean. So French Guyana, I
Okay.
did a show called Seller Fest. It was a big festival. They had like 10,000 people. And yeah,
Wow.
it was big. It was me, DJ Puffy, Oso City, and Byron Messiah was on it. And I played Byron Messiah was the headline artist, the artist. And I played right before Byron Messiah. And bro, I could tell you, that experience was crazy. That experience was very crazy. Like it was very it was it was amazing. Like you just had to be there. Like I don't think there's no video. Like I have videos on my page with it, and you can see me shelling the crowd, but I don't think the videos did justice. That's how crazy it was for me.
Yeah, it's going to other places. Like when I used to go to other places, I always would book another hotel room, and I never slept in the hotel room that the promoter put me in because I didn't know if they're gonna kick off the door and come rob me. Yeah, like
Oh, I have experience with that too, with getting robbed from a promoter.
oh yeah. Like this is something that you young kids that this is serious, and I don't care where it is, Connecticut, Rhode Island. If you get booked, make sure you know a shorty out there that you trust, and you don't go to the hotel room that the promoter put you in, because people
Nah,
will kick off
so
the
let me tell
door.
you something, and I'm very transparent with my shit. Like when I was younger, wild and dumb, yeah, like crazy. Like
Oh yeah.
that was my yo.
Stay away from
Yeah,
women.
man, because this shit attracts it. But me, when I grew older and I understood the danger, no, yeah, you're mad. Bring which girl go out? You're mad. Go out which girl yard? You're mad. You know which country? No, sir. Mm-mm. I don't do that. Like when you, I think when you grow up and when you get used to certain things and you grow up and you grow out of certain things, you start to understand like, yo, do I really value this more than this? You know what I mean? So I don't really like now you can't get me for do certain things like things I used to do in my 20s and teens and 20s and stuff like that. Not get me for do that now. Yeah.
Wow. So what happened? You got
So yeah.
robbed?
So there's in Canada, Toronto.
Jesus Christ. Toronto is the wild,
Yeah.
wild
So
west.
Scarborough. So I played in Scarborough for this promoter. First of all, the promoter booked 2 dates and he was acting sketchy because he was supposed to send deposit, sign the contract, all that type of shit. Him send the deposit. First of all, I told him the price. He said, all right, cool. I said, yo, contract. I send him the contract. I said, give me your email, give me your name, blah, blah, blah. You know, the standard stuff for contracts. So I
Standard
sent him the
stuff.
contract and he sent the deposit, never signed the contract. So I said to him, I was like, yo, brother, you need to sign the contract. Then I'll come nowhere until you sign the contract. Yeah, man, you gotta sign the contract, man, I gotta sign the contract. 2 days before is when he signed the contract because I told him if he doesn't sign the contract, I'm not getting on the plane.
Right.
Him say, yo, brother, you get your money already. Where you worry about contract fund? And I'm like, that's not how I work. I don't do business like that.
We'll send you
Sign the
back the
contract
deposit. Send you back
because
the deposit. We don't give
I'll gladly send you back your
your
deposit. But he
deposit.
signed the contract 2 years before. Send back the contract. Cool. When I got there, he was acting kind of sketchy, I'm trying to figure out like what's really going on with this guy. Anyway, we get food and things like that. It was me, a selector that I had on the sound at the time, and I brought one of my best friends with me as well too. So it was three of us sparring, right? And he made a mistake. The promoter made a mistake and brought us to his house to stop for something, right? When he did that, he was like, yo, come inside. And he had like a sound system downstairs. And there was this dude, you could tell he was high on something. It wasn't weed. You can tell he was high on some crazy shit. And he was carrying on with the most and doing the most and stuff like that. So never really I paid him no mind like that or whatever. I never paid that situation no mind. So anyway, long story short, I did the first night. He paid me the balance in full the first night. So he paid me the balance for that show and the rest and the next show. He paid me the full balance, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. He's in the good books with me because you paid up your money from up front.
Right.
So anyway, second show happened. No, it was a hip hop club that wanted a dancehall sound to play
Okay.
because they had a Caribbean crowd. It was like a Caribbean mix night. So anyway, went played, shell it. He did not come inside because let me tell you why he didn't come inside, and I don't want to really tell out too much of it
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, 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 yeah,
people
yeah.
know him and people know the story or whatever. So anyway, um, he had a hat on, and when the security was searching him, something fell out of his hat. It wasn't a weapon. Read between the lines.
Right.
Remember me tell you what the youth it looked like him under something.
Yeah.
So bam, that fall out time hot. They didn't let him in the club. They were like, no, no users cannot come in the club. Cool.
Right.
He was hot. He was upset. Anyway, we're going to the club, do a thing, come back out. Don't see this brother nowhere. We walked down the alley. All of a sudden, just realized, say, this brother gone. Just hear don't move. So me know that voice there. Now pay attention. Say, we get robbed. And say, pussy, me say, don't move. So, huh? Give me a bag, give me a laptop. Man, take all of a bag, laptop, everything. All right. Walk back inside the club. There was a DJ. One thing about me, I like to make friends. I wouldn't say friends, but I like to be cool with people that I'm surrounded by in new environments.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
you have to. You have to.
So one of the DJs now, that the DJ that played before me, whatever, I explained to him what's going. He was like, "Yo, this man did this to Ching Ching before." I said, "Jaja." He said, "Yo, the same thing him do to Ching Ching. Swear, to him do the same thing to Ching Ching." Anyway, so I said, "Yo, can we get a ride back to the hotel because our hotel was like 40 minutes away."
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah, because it was on a whole different side of the town. So it was like, "Yo, our hotel is like 40 minutes." He's like, "Yeah, man, I got you." We get back to the hotel. What do you think happened?
Everything's gone.
Everything is gone. The man checked me out at the hotel room. When I went down to the front desk, I said, "Yo, why I can't get in my room? Because the key now work." The man said, "Your manager checked you out." I said, "My manager?" He was like, "Yeah, the guy that you was here with earlier, he checked you out, this Indian dude." And yo, I'm getting furious because I'm like, "Yo, but how are you going to you didn't see?" Because I went in and go sign for my room because
Right.
the room is in my name. You any promoter that I book for, that's why it's important for you to sign the contract because these things are vital. You have to put the room in my name. So the man basically go to the front desk. The man is familiar with the man. He gave him a key to my room, to our rooms. The three rooms. He gave them the key to the three rooms to say we checking out. So go in the room. So I said, "Yo, can I at least get a key to go in the room to get my stuff? Because I'm not thinking that nothing is gone yet."
Right, right, right.
Brother, when we looking at the room, nothing. All the bed turned upside down. I'm like, "Yo, there's some real crackhead behavior, this man." Because I wasn't expecting that. The bed turn over upside down, the couch them flip up, like the seats in the couch them flip up, everything. So I'm like, "Yo, this man really cleaned me out. Clothes, everything gone." So I had a virgin now that a general up there, and I had to end up calling him, and I called him and tell him what going on. Woke him up out in bed. This is like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Wake him up out in bed, and he came and licked me at the hotel. And my best friend was like, "Yo, I remember where he live." So I said, "How you remember that?" And him say, "Yo, I remember the corner where him turn, and I remember the street name because he's like he's one of those type of
Street
dudes."
dude. You gotta be a street.
Yeah. So him say, "Yo, remember where him live, man." Ray. So literally, my virgin him have like a whole crew, like a whole bike crew and thing like that. Him ride out him bike and thing and go for him, and the rest is history. I got back my stuff. I left everything there though. I just took my and laptop, money, and left everything else. I didn't want nothing. Didn't want no clothes. Didn't want none of that. Anything that I came with, I left it there. We all left it there. We just took the laptops and that was it.
Well, as a photographer, when I get booked out of state or out of the country, the first thing I always do is I always record the
Hmm.
scenery. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. I started doing that too. Yeah.
they just think I'm a photographer and I'm taking pictures. Hell's no.
Mhm.
I'm recording where I'm going and where I'm coming from. So if I get jammed up, I know where I'm at.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand. It's great to get booked and fly all over the place, but sometimes you're in some sketchy places. You
Hmm.
don't know where you at. You gotta watch angles. You gotta read the room. You're like, nah, the drinking and the smoking when you're touring, unless you're with
Yep.
your
You gotta be
crew,
careful.
is
Unless you with people that you care for, you trust. Like I could go to Island Saturdays and know that
oh yeah. You can smoke up and
nobody
fix it
can
up.
do it because that's Ted and Paul Michael.
Yeah,
But
you
like
could.
if I'm somewhere new and not familiar, nah. And I don't drink to get drunk either. Never. Like in no setting. Even when I'm home, I don't drink to get drunk. I always have my limits. It's because I'm a social drinker. I'm not like a heavy drinker where I'm drinking around the
Right.
clock either. So I don't drink to get drunk where I don't know myself. So I have to always be surrounded. Even if I'm surrounded by people that I know, still.
It's crazy. I did a show with Missy. She was Lady Saw's DJ. We're in
Hmm.
Nantucket.
Hmm.
And I don't know if I should even say this because then it's like it'd be a secret anymore. How she hid the money in the hotel room. No,
Nah, don't say it.
no,
Don't say it.
but
Off air.
off air. I got a good way to hide money in a hotel room.
Yeah, off air.
You
Off
know
air.
what's funny though? This isn't a situation that is just a reggae or dancehall situation. I booked a fighter, one of the fighters I used to help, a boxer, for a world championship fight in Mexico, and we went through a bunch of situations where they said, "Listen, you have to make a deal with the promoter, where the promoter is going to wire you the money to your account, but because you can't have the money with you in Mexico." And I said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "They said they're going to have a police escort to and from the airport." I said, "It doesn't matter because the people that work for the promoter are going to tip off the police, and the police work for the cartel, and they're still going to rob you. So if you have any cash on you, they're still going to come get you. So you still got to make sure that you have that money wired and you don't have any cash on you." Look, that fight ended up getting canceled, but yeah, I was shocked. I couldn't believe that, but I guess that's a real thing. It's a
Yeah,
real
man. Like
Yeah, you
one
gotta be
thing you
careful.
need if you want to be in this business, like legit, more important than your talent, you gotta have a woman that's really with you. So when you're getting paid, you can wire her back the money, and you need this thing's got.
It's a little bit easier now too, because now you could set that up before. Like a lot of contracts that I've been seeing lately, it's mainly with artists, not really us as DJs, but they require you to wire their money before they even show up.
Right.
Like most artists now, when you're keeping a show with artists, they require they even require 75% as a deposit instead of 50% like before.
Wow.
So like yeah, they require 75%, and then like now the week before the show, you have to wire them the rest. That's how most artists is doing it now. So they're not even touching physical money.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't want.
And this incident I'm telling you about in Canada, that happened like in 2012.
Wow,
So this is like a while back.
man. It's
Yeah, and one thing I don't do now, so Canada is on my, like there's promoters hit me up all the time about Canada, and I just be like, yeah man, give me 5 grand. I'm gonna come to Canada. I don't want to go. Like literally, I'm traumatized on that. Real shit. So one promoter that I was working with, and he's a Guyanese youth, Fresh Cut, Fresh Cut the Mayor, his name is, and he plays a song called Outcast, and he keeps his party Soca Revolution, and when he books me, I know that I'm good. So you know what I mean. So I used to just go for him, and that's it. So when Canadian promoters, like especially um the Garrison promoters, as we like to call it, the
right.
Garrison promoters, because I can play both. So majority of the time, I'm like a crossbreed between the uptown parties or the decent parties, like and then I can play the Garrison parties, like the real
Right.
Garrison ghetto party. Them I can play them because I can switch, right? So a lot of them would hear like my audios, because if you go on my SoundCloud, it's a variation of different styles. So if you go on my SoundCloud, you might hear me in a Garrison party, and you might hear me, yo, well, really, my cost so much bumbo cloth and Ray, and so, and then you would hear me in a corporate settings or a uptown settings where, you know what I mean, where I'm speaking decent now. So it's like a lot of promoters try to book me for the Garrison stuff in Canada, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. No fly zone. No fly zone.
Yeah, I'm good. Because that's how I got caught up into that situation. So I kind of look at it as, I know everybody, you know, everybody's not the
Everybody's not
same,
the
and you
same.
have people that's reputable, but end of the day, I might trauma that.
Yeah, man. Wow. You got
Yeah.
anything?
And it's not like say, yo, you're coward, you're afraid of people, but it's not that. But you have to value your life and know that anything can happen. Any man can bleed blood. So you have to know
Oh,
what
yeah.
you do. Because yes, we have bad people in places that we can make do things or get whatever to defend you, but them can bleed blood too.
Yeah, I mean, anybody could get bad up. I mean,
Exactly. So you have to kind of careful and pick and choose. Because I'm at this, and that's one of the reasons why too, where the production is coming in more. The you know, certain little things, because after a while, yeah, man.
right.
After a while, you start to pick and choose or whatever what you want to do.
Did you get anything?
Mhm.
This has been a great stream, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. Wicked.
Respect.
Yeah, we just like to have the guests tell their story, man. We just sit there and listen, because just listening to your whole history, there's a lot of gems in there, and this was good.
Mhm.
And once again, if you haven't seen Reem, you gotta see Reem. Wicked.
Wicked.
Respect, bro.
Wicked.
All right, Reem, where you at next? Let us know.
All right, so this weekend, it's my birthday weekend. I'm in Turks and Caicos. It's a 3-day event. Yeah, Turks and Caicos 3-day event from the 19th to the 21st. I'll be in Turks and Caicos. All white party, bottle wars, and then there's another one with a rap artist, YK Niece. So it's gonna be lit.
Gonna be lit.
And then after that, I'm going to Cayman Islands. After that, I'm going to St. Kitts, the 12th, of July, 18th of July in Belize. I got LA coming up in August. Yeah, just different on the move.
And man, and if you want to promote anything you're doing, we can always do a live stream from where you at, your family.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Ted, what do you got going
cool.
on?
This Saturday, and Bobby, you'll be in the building. This Saturday night we have
Island Saturdays.
Island Saturdays, and this week is featuring JR from Chromatic in the building alongside Paul Michael. So that should be a good party, and hope everyone comes out and supports the thing. And do remember, August 1st is Paul Michael's birthday, so hopefully everyone marks that down on their calendar. And August 8th is our annual Jamaica Independence Party. It's a big party every year. This year we have RFB from New York with my brother's talented and
Wicked sound.
actually a Japanese selector.
Yeah, man, wicked sound, RFB.
Yep. Yeah, and I think the last 3 birthdays I did was 2 with Reem and 1 with RFB. Those are my last 3 birthdays.
Yeah, RFB is really good. Yeah, man.
Reem, thank you so much.
And that's one thing about me too. I'm not afraid to say, yo, a DJ is wicked or whatever. Like, a lot of DJs don't do that. They don't give other DJs credit. And I get it. It's a competitive sport. But at the end of the day, I just keep it real. And I feel like that brings me as far as I've been. You have to kind of know a balance, because the hype don't ever last. That hype shit,
Nah.
it don't last. I can tell you
Don't
that.
last.
I see them come and I see they go. Don't
Well,
last.
me and Bobby had a good conversation
Pause.
with Richie about that. That the hype DJ is okay. That might be the hype DJ, but do you want a great DJ or just a hype DJ? You know, like
Yeah, man. That's what it is. And the best of them, I seen the best of them go up here and drop right back down there because of hype.
Look at
and
my favorite all-time selectors is Lenny and Glamour G.
Yeah,
At one point, that was the best. That
Base
was the
Odyssey.
best combo for
Amplex.
and then they left Base Odyssey, and then they went to Complex, and then I don't know where they gone.
Glamour G's was still doing his thing in DC with Amplex. I think he's based up there.
Yeah, this is such a great culture, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you have to love it to be in it because the shit is rough too.
Rough.
It's a rough culture,
Yeah.
bro. You have to love it. You have to really have tough skin and you have to love it.
You have to love it. If you don't love it,
Yeah, man, you have to have tough skin and you have to love it because it's not easy.
Not easy.
No, man.
It's not easy, and everybody plays rough.
Yeah, man.
And it's not like, I was talking about my cousin the other day. You have to love it because like it's not easy. It's a lot of work, and a lot of times you don't make a lot of money.
Right.
So you gotta love it. You know what I mean? If you don't love it, then you're not gonna want to. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work.
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna eat some oxtail and some veggies. 12 o'clock at night.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Yo, Reem, thank you so much, man. This was good. This was good.
Yeah, respect, bro.
Guys.
Respect,
Big
bro.
up.
I appreciate it. All right, man.
All right.